Yay, we're live. How's everybody? Ain't nobody here yet. I don't know. Where does it tell you? Oh, on the left side. That's right. Oh, there's two people. Hi. Yeah, you could have just said that.
Yeah, well, just messing around. Oh, we got two people.
Hello, buddy. How are you?
Hey, buddy.
Did you put our Nightbot thing on here?
I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to be. But we're not on YouTube.
What?
We have to go to YouTube.
Oh, God. Okay, we're going to disappear.
No.
And then we go to... Well, we'll be right back, folks. Hope everybody's doing good this Sunday. Holy cow, what was that? Them youngins' phone, somebody's phone. I don't know. I think you have to click that button down there. Oh no, okay. Never mind.
Which one?
Hello, good folks. Hello, good folks. Look, click right. Okay.
Which one?
Listen, Linda, right there. Click that button and then click save. That's what it's telling you. There we go. Hello, our little adventures in Swarmstead and Farmer Steve. Hello. And Mr. Jules. How are you doing this evening? Mikey over here's got me all messed up trying to make me throw up.
If we start to echo, y'all let us know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Was that you or me in our little adventures? Was that you?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Wyatt. How are you? Hello, Tina Ladybug. Oh, there's a lot of people. We have to split up sometimes with watching lives and being in people's
stuff. It's hard to keep up.
Yes.
But yes, it was me. What's up, Wyatt? How you doing, buddy? Just seeing you in Boxy's live.
I think I just saw a video posted today.
Jules.
Miss Lippy, I think, in the grass. I'm going out yonder while we was digging up the ground. If not, then I'm seeing things, and it's too much sun on my face today. Oh, gosh.
Still messing with this thing over here.
Hello, Miss Lippy. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good this evening. We got 9 people in here. Holy coly.
CJ Farms, what's up? I'm messing with.
Hey, Jeremy and Carmela. Hope y'all are doing good tonight. Live hopping.
Oh, nothing. We're just.
He's messing with this thing in front of me, and wow, I can just see myself, and we're going backwards here. So, hello, Thorhaven. He's messing me up this evening. What are you doing?
There it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking to make sure that's all.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
So we're good.
And moderators, as always, if y'all want to just start chunking links every little bit.
Let's stay on this thing.
And I thought I seen that, Miss Leafy. I thought I seen the video of the grass seed. I did see the video where y'all went and got it. So we got to do the same thing. We me and Jay was talking about that today. Was going to get some. I think we're going to get Kentucky 31 and sling it out through there. Throw some straw on it.
By the way, y'all, we have a Nightbot. I think I got it turned off, so if it jumps in and starts acting silly,
we saw it.
Ignore it. I'm still trying to set it all up. I ain't had time to.
I think it might go a little mental. I hope not.
I don't think, if it ain't in here now, I don't think it's going to come in. I think I got it cut off.
It'll be just like family. So, that's all right.
Hello, Carmelers.
I said garden. I said.
I know.
And I seen their video about their garden space. It looks really good. I'm excited to see it.
Well, at least it's got probably one of the best views that garden space does.
Yeah. Hello, Scum Dog.
Thorhaven.
How are you? Let's see. Could see the new cow. Holy cow. 2 inches of snow. I about said stow. God.
Stow.
It's going to be one of them nights.
We checking out Wyatt? Yeah, I seen you in Boxes. You're good, Bo. You're fine. We hanging out. We just have
whose house are we in tonight?
I don't know.
We just
Same- it's the
we
same one.
visiting and they don't know about it.
Same one, I guess.
I wish
Same
I
one
did.
we've been
Well,
working.
I think I could have a bigger kitchen. if I
Yeah,
was
this
gonna
ain't
have-
nothing we clean or nothing. This is just a, I think it's a Zoom background or something from Zoom.
What is that noise?
Scum Dog Metal, what's up, Bubba? I don't know. It's one of the
What
cars
you-
moving around, pulling up. Bomber Steve, what's up? One half of Sweeney's Creek.
Let's see. The growing bags, isn't it though? His head. Thank God for it because he found those at the Dollar Tree, and we were looking for them last year, and we couldn't find no grow bags like the Smart Pots. We couldn't find any anywhere. Hey Mackenzie, hey Passion for hunting and fishing. How are
Rain,
y'all,
you
Jizz
got
and Dan
rain.
Davis? I think I hit all of you. And we couldn't find any of the Smart Pots anywhere.
Hey,
like
Mo,
they
what's
were
up?
nowhere. Hey Mo and Jackie Crack. Did I say that, Jackie or Jackie?
I think
Crack?
Boxy's phone finally
like your
started
name.
going down. He said
And
he had
Al's
some.
Outdoors. Hello.
What's up,
So
Al's?
we were looking and
Dark 30, what's up, Bubba?
we were looking at the bags, and I use the reusable bags anyway when I go grocery shopping when I can remember them to put them in the
Yeah,
car.
they're just cloth shopping bags. That's all they are.
Usually I just end up buying a few more, but anyway, and then I found those at the dollar store, and I was like, okay, so these are like
What's up, Chad?
kind of like the same thing, and so we tried them last year, and they worked pretty good. So yeah.
Hidden Springs and
Hello,
Molly.
Anti. How are you this evening?
Hey, Jack.
I don't know why I said that so funny. Hey, Chad and Molly. I know she's not listening, but I mean, maybe. My dogs watch TV sometimes. They're so weird.
She might be
sometimes.
taking a nap.
Hello, Mark J. Larson. How are you doing
Howdy,
this
howdy,
evening?
Mark.
Ooh, good. That is good.
What's that?
The rain. Farmer Steve said they finally got
Yes,
some rain.
yes, what I was.
I got tickled at y'all's little shot. Oh my God.
Here
Trip
we go. We ain't been in
trip
it. What,
to get some paint. Yeah,
7 minutes already.
I'm telling you, to get the paint the other day, that was funny. That little girl shaking that paint up. She was funny.
What's up, Boxy? Thank you very much,
She
Bubba.
was happy. She made me happy.
I think
this
your
month.
phone was finally going down. I hate that. But I do thank
My
y'all
phone's
for coming
always
over.
going down. It's always dead.
Mhm.
I was talking to the girl. She works with me. Sometimes helps me clean. And when I told her about the phone dying or when it had got stolen, she was like, "Oh my God, your whole life is on that phone." And truthfully, it is. It shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah.
Like, because I always forget things, and I always lose things. So debit cards are not my friend, and I have to put it on the phone a lot of times because I'll go out, and if I don't have a secondary method of payment, I'll be
Yeah.
stuck
And
somewhere.
it's really bad for her because she loses everything.
Yes. Hello, Nate.
Everything.
408. Seriously, it's not even funny. Hey,
Brand new
Amanda. How are you?
S10 cash, like when they first came out, and the same day or second day on the asphalt crunch.
Okay, so yeah, it did.
Brand new.
But okay, yeah, it did. But I was having medical issues at the time, so that doesn't count. So, haha,
But it counted for the phone.
it did.
I remember one
It
time we was
did.
in the last, well, it was the first, second, or third live. We counted how many phones you went through in a year. It was a lot. It was like 5 brand new phones.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
5
the
brand
most
new.
graceful person in the world. So
However, I did have one go off the top of the car and fly 6 foot in the air,
yes, it
55
did.
miles an hour.
Listen, oh my gosh. So probably shouldn't say this live, but sometimes my depth perception is not that great. So when I was driving, this to tell you how
I'm missing some people.
mental my brain is sometimes.
Sorry, y'all.
We were coming down the road, and there's the Amish people were using the tractor. They were driving in the horse buggy, and all I heard was this wham yow that hit the car, and it hit it hard. And I mean, it hit hard. And I was like,
Sorry,
my
Amanda.
brain was like,
Hope you feel better.
did that thing just sling something at our car? What just happened? You know, because it's a horse and buggy. How hard can something just fly up from the bottom of a horse and buggy and come flying at your car? So I'm just sitting here wrestling with stuff in my brain like this is not plausible.
I didn't know what it was.
Not.
I was like, well, was it my phone?
Do y'all know how much grief I have gotten over my phones? And he left his on top
Yes,
of the
Buddy
car.
would understand. It's just the one phone compared to the
Doesn't even matter.
$1,000 phone.
It doesn't even matter. I was like, are you kidding?
But listen, y'all, that baby flew off top of the Subaru in the air as an extra 6 foot, landed on its corner and rolled down the asphalt for like ever.
And it
But
was
it
in
didn't
perfect,
land on its screen. It landed on the
It
back.
was
The
on
case is all messed up.
perfect
But the phone's
condition.
perfect.
So I recommend
It's some off. Maybe
yeah,
I've
it's
heard of it.
Armadillo Tech.
Armadillo Tech.
Yeah, and
Our
it's
phones has
actually
been through garbage, and them things.
listen. I sought out the hardest, roughest people that have tested cases for their phone because
It's some kind of military company.
if it can happen, I can do it.
They're pretty cheap, like
Up
$30
off a
a case.
ladder stuff. Yeah, actually, I think they were like $20. But these were ex-military folks that came up with the case, and they made sure that they did the jumping out of the copters with them.
That's great.
Yes, something
Dude,
like that.
what kind of possums are y'all hunting?
Yeah, no.
Moxie, you're gonna have to explain that.
I'm telling you, I didn't know what in the world was going on. It really did, and it just plopped my head. I was like, "What just happened? That can't happen." So I was like, and I looked at him, and then my face was like,
"Nisi,
that was your phone." We forgot to say hi to Nisi. You just completely cut me off, and I forgot what I was talking about. Made.
I'm sorry. I've got a bad habit of calling people's names out, but I try not to do that because it's a lot of y'all people don't like.
Your bot is
Stop spamming symbols, y'all.
You better time your bot out,
buddy. Buddy, y'all understand how it is. I thought I had it cut off. Anyway, ignore it, y'all. I ain't got the settings down right.
Y'all listen.
It ain't gonna do nothing anyway. I think I got the boot option cut off.
Hey, Rattle Trap, Curtis and Francis, how are y'all doing?
Anyway, there's a game set up with Nightbot. We're gonna try it later on.
Possums ain't no joke. I'm telling you, they are scary creatures from the Black Lagoon. Seriously, especially when they're coming up at you.
Yeah, so if y'all don't know what Nightbot is, everybody knows what Nightbot is.
Yeah,
it's just a little mod thing. There's a game. We're gonna have to set it up, but you might
can't be warning our people. Tom and Nisi.
I think if you do more than 5 or 10 symbols or something,
hey,
I don't know.
Bestie,
anyway,
Silhouette Park Farms, how are y'all? Hello,
I do know if you get timed out, it's just gonna be for like 5 seconds.
Ex North Carolina Floridians, how are y'all doing?
It's just
listen, Jules, Bubba, let me tell you, we was talking about that today. We were talking about, Daddy said, there's now a machine, like your robo vacuum cleaners. And I was like, yeah, there's one that'll
never work here. Jeremy's
listen. I'm sorry, y'all.
It ain't gonna do that. Just keep chunking the symbols.
Hello, Lindia, Small Water Charters. Hello. How are y'all? Anyway, so there's a robot that'll actually mow your grass too when it goes outside, and it goes and just mows your grass. So he said, well, did you know now that there's one that will weed your garden? Like you put it inside your garden and it'll weed it for you. And I was like, no. I said, but I will tell you this, with all these technologies that people are coming out with, we're going to be like that movie Eva, or what is it? No, WALL-E. Yeah, yes, and we're all going to be like, and he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, because ain't nobody going to do nothing. They're going to
well, that's the problem, Greg. We're over here on StreamYard, and you have to go to the settings, and he was like, boot the bot, or the bot, yeah.
Can you do that? If our mods
right
can.
Now. Dude, I would probably shut the live down to it. No, I have the moderator option shut off, so nobody can mess with it until I get it.
God, okay.
You can, moderators will be able to control it and make it start games in the game and all that, but I got to get it set up first. Sorry, y'all. It's kind of interesting.
Let's see, I have a video.
It will boot you though, but I got it set to like 5 seconds. Or
he's taming possums. You know what? I've seen people have pet raccoons, and I've thought about that. And when I was in elementary school, the guy I went to school with, his dad.
That says tanning.
I'm tanning them. Okay, that's a different thing then.
Again, 14 minutes and you're.
That would be some good leather.
So he's taming possums now.
No, I think tanning them.
You said taming, so.
Well, I thought maybe I didn't think of tanning. I don't know why my brain didn't
just
go
make
there.
a video.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Like Jake from Texas on the back 20. He's training the kitty cat to use the toilet. So you'd let us know how you're training him.
Yes. Hey, but listen.
I can read, Bub. I know you meant tanning.
Yes. So yeah, he came to school with a pet skunk on his shoulder all the time. He had the pew thing. What is it called? Oh God, the stinker thing. You know what I'm talking about. What is it
I
called? The duct.
Think about it. You're close. You got it almost.
I know whatever it's called.
Come on, you can do it.
It'll come.
Not the cucul or whatever you said the other day. Don't mix it up too bad because you said some bad stuff the other.
I don't. The sprayer thing on it got taken out. Scent gland. That's it. Gland.
Wow, who gave it up for
Dark
us?
30. Thank you. Thank you. It's a
I was just waiting for it to mess up. She
Yes.
was definitely.
They
gonna
had
come
those
up.
removed, so it was he. Yeah, he used to come with it on the time.
Yeah, they say they can
see.
replace
Y'all
them
love
with
me.
something
Thank
heavy.
you. See over here, he just likes to sit and let me just bubble in the pot. No. I saw some. I think it was Eva. She was making blankets out of hers the other day. I was like, oh man, I bet that's so soft. I don't know.
What? Is something you having fun of here?
Skunk could fix that with duct tape. Oh, you can fix anything with duct tape.
Not really.
Yes, you can. Yeah, that's probably true, Anti. That because my kids don't know what that means.
Yeah, no.
And I'm telling you, what day was it? It's been a while, but when Hendrix was first coming up, so does other people, Mr. Swimstead. So does other people. You know that.
You're talking about Tony from the Yellow House. I ain't dropping no bombs up in this line.
No, not in the lives. You don't. I'm saying. I know I was so happy, Adam or Nettie. I was telling Bomber Steam, I'm so happy you guys are getting so much rain. And we're not getting.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we're not getting.
Yeah, there's
rain.
some greens going
Holy
over. It looks
cow.
like a whole different place.
I know it looks really good. And Nettie's face, man, was just made the whole video. Like she was so happy, and you could just see it in her face, and it was just like she just beamed.
Looks like she made her best cake.
She did a dance too in the rain. So, you know, didn't she? How was that? This
Well, look at me skipping stuff.
you went too far. Too fast.
2-5. I took a 5.
Let's see.
Hold on, I'm gonna get. I forgot. We're
Well,
gonna
that
do
stinks. What are we doing?
none yet.
Okay. Supposed to be getting some tomorrow. We had a good couple days though. I haven't even looked at the blame sunshine or sunshine, cheese and crackers. The rain forecast. Who are we inviting up here
I don't
on
know.
panel?
We're just gonna see if somebody wants to talk.
Okay.
I want to see if that link works anyway.
Now listen, I have to tell y'all, if there's a lot of y'all on here, if I get really slow, I'm sorry. It's just really hard for me to pay attention to everybody
Our
talking
internet
at one
It's
time.
pretty decent, but
Yeah.
it depends on who else in there. We got a house full of kids, bunch of PlayStations and TVs and crap to run.
Oh, that's no good. The flooding's not good at all. That's no good.
That's all we've had. Like I bet you we lost 300 row feet of taters because as soon as we thought we could put them in the ground, man, I went out there after like it was like the day, 2 days later. It's been raining like crazy. Went out there and dug them up, and each one was swimming in a pool of water. So it'll be
I'm
mush.
trying to follow
So
along.
we got to do all that work again. And I think I dug them in with like a 20-pound digging bar. After we moved the wood chips out of the way.
I'm sorry. I look like a dummy over here. I'm just trying to watch.
I think it's the TV starting to get, or maybe it's my diabetic eyes or something. It's getting fuzzy.
For what?
It's fuzzy.
I think it's just
I was trying to read most comments.
Listen, y'all. So the
I
other
had to
night,
make a big so I can read them.
I got a wild hair up my hand in, and I decided I was going to can me some strawberry jam. So
Oh, yeah,
it was like 7 o'clock at night, and I'm making like
Do with me.
7 pints of strawberry
Being
jam.
nosy. Yeah,
Y'all,
something like that.
Listen, okay, so I gave 3 pints away. 3. Hey Tony and Miss Yellow House on the Hill. I'm sorry.
We was just talking about y'all.
And DS. Hold on, I've lost it now. Hold on.
That's D's. It's not DS.
D's Beyond Blessed. I'm sorry, y'all. Did you miss Lippy?
She can't
take
read
it?
or speak tonight, y'all. So
Jeremy, you're okay. You are not bugging us.
408.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your support.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Appreciate it, brother.
What was I talking about?
I don't know. I can't remember anything.
I don't remember. I was saying something. I don't know. I'm telling you.
You ain't gonna bug us, Jeremy.
Would you stop?
You're-
You're gonna knock me in the floor.
Only foot
I'm
is hurting
gonna-
my leg. It feels
Well,
like
just put up with it because you're gonna knock me in the
it feels
floor.
like your butt sitting on my lap. It hurts. I can't do it.
You're gonna knock me in
You
the
ain't gonna
floor.
bug us.
No. Strawberry jam. Yes, I was talking about strawberry jam. Do y'all know how many of them I have left?
What? Who's he talking about?
Who?
Little feet.
They're reminding me. Okay, so if y'all put more than one emoji, this stupid thing is gone dumb. It's the symbols.
Yeah, I think I
Did
have.
they boot them?
No, they're not gone. Did they leave? I don't know. I'm gonna stream you.
Oh, good grief.
I told you.
I'm sorry.
I thought I had it turned off. Anyway. Not really, Mo. Well, yeah, we do, but I didn't think I had it yet. I thought I was just
Wow.
setting it up. Which was
Amanda,
fine.
we love you. Thank you
Yeah.
for stopping by. I'm sorry.
Well, I
Hello,
hope you get to feeling
Bushcraft.
better though. For
We
real,
get-
that sucks. You don't feel good.
Yeah, I only have like a couple of them left of jars of my strawberry jam left.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I had it cut off. When we get done with this live, I'll go back and
Like
make
two.
sure.
2 jars. Only have 2 jars. If you don't stop interrupting me.
I was actually doing it to see when you was doing. Hey,
Hello,
Lori,
Miss
how are you?
Lori. How are you? Bye, Miss McKenzie. Have a good evening.
Amanda
I'm trying to
said,
follow this chat.
Stop trying to get rid of her. She's still here.
You need to time your bot out.
I was just trying, and then we almost lost the live where you was fussing at me. So, and I didn't
Sorry.
see it for like the first 15 minutes. So I figured I had to set right.
Anywho,
If we need to, we would delete it, but I just ain't got it set up yet.
it was really, believe it or not, it was really simple.
Hey, there will be no Team
The
Woodcutters in
strawberry
this
jam.
chat, sir.
Who are you talking to? What's going on right now?
I'm picking on you. Shit Wars 21.
Hey, Little Feet Farm Homestead.
I
I'm
was-
so sorry. Our Nightbot has
No.
gone dumb.
Yeah, it's a butthead.
We
We'll fix it, baby.
apologize. Yes.
No, I was hoping, Jeremy, we'd get on the same team, but you know, you can't have everybody.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Either way,
Julian
you
did her
gonna learn
first
a
apples
lesson.
and peaches preserving.
You're gonna learn a lesson. Either way.
Who you talking to?
I'm picking on Jeremy. Shed Wars 21.
Okay, Nightbot is on for this live. Everyone just use one. Yeah, one emoji. It's a bad bot.
Yeah, we'll fix it. It ain't,
Yeah. We tried.
It's kind of mischievous, but I just
Like somebody else I know.
well, Rick and Rick was playing with it, and they had theirs about halfway set up. I went and looked at it and seen it had like 2 in-game options, and I was going to try to play with that a little bit. But obviously, I haven't.
Stop playing with bots.
It's old. But I did go through and set everything down to minimum, or like just the lowest. Like it's supposed to be a 5-second.
Shed Wars. MB Heritage Farm has the biggest deck in the neighborhood.
Well, if we put all ours together, it's pretty big. We have 2. What is it? 2 8s together that we was just fixing.
Yeah.
This past summer, a bunch of the boards and stuff that Papa put out. It's been a long time.
See you
ago.
later, Mark
Who's leaving
J.
now? Thank you. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes. Hello, Believe on the Cross. Hello.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Absolutely.
We hope you're that 100 stuck.
Let's see. We finally got half of the drip irrigation system in today, and we usually stay on for about an hour, like hour and a half, 2 hours.
Something like that.
depends.
It depends on their kids. We have
Yeah.
a
We have little
house full of
ones.
kids. We have a teenager in here.
Anything can happen.
Yeah. But they got smart TVs and all the other stuff going on to keep them quiet. So maybe, who knows?
Yes, Miss Sleepy, I can. Hey, listen, I'm proud of you. You did good on the live stream the other night with the laptop. You got it going. It was good. She did a good job.
It was fun though, but you did it. Like
Yeah.
you did it pretty good. And then we was with Frank and Tina and taught them how to copy and paste in StreamYard because they couldn't
See,
right-click
Dark
or whatever.
30.
And they was having fun with that.
Ooh.
It's
See, look. He built a screened-in porch. I've been trying to get mine.
not happening. See, he's coming in here trying
My
to
deck.
get me in trouble.
I just want the back deck done because I don't want skeeters. Skeeters is bad. They the size of dang small birds around here.
I know what he's got going on. I came in the live and told Boxy I was
Tell
going
him.
to send him some strawberry jam
Tell
and
him.
didn't say I was going to send him none. Now he's coming here put more work on
I'll
my back.
send Miss Lydia some. I got to get some more strawberries, but I'll send her some strawberry jam. I'll send my
mess with y'all.
people some
Love you
strawberry
guys.
jam.
Y'all are awesome.
I think you did a really good
It
job.
was fun live.
Yes.
And hey, look how far you come already.
Mo,
On the laptop,
I'm
sending
telling you, they're
emails.
slow, honey.
Y'all doing good.
Slow. This thing keeps slow. It's hello, Tony. How are you? Thank you. Let's
Tony
see.
Walsh.
Thank you for coming in. I about forgot
Now, see,
what I was
there's the
gonna say.
jelly making
That's
man
right.
right there. I was just showing you about.
That's right.
We was just talking about our strawberry jam. We're gonna send boxes.
That's right, Jules. You stay on them too. You keep on them. You tell them.
When she makes some more, I'll send y'all some. But man, it went like poof. That's why I had my jaw was just
Because
I know we're
somebody's
gonna laugh.
eating it out of the blank jar.
It was a half a jar. You know how you don't wind up with perfect every time. We did a half a jar and then we just opened
Listen.
up another one today.
Between you and Hendrix, I can't keep.
Because Daddy's the cook in the house, so
Yeah.
you know how it is. I crack it open every time I go in there. Especially when you're making breakfast with the grits and
That's
the bacon.
awesome,
and
Jeremy.
all.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We
Yeah, we
appreciate that.
Huh?
So we appreciate that.
Did you
Yes,
interrupt
Mo.
me now? on
I
purpose?
sure did. I'm talking to my
Go
people.
ahead, talk to me.
Miss Mo, yes, she did. She did a great job on the laptop. She is moving on up. We'll be having her with the GoPro and a selfie stick out there doing some stuff. What are you doing? Huh?
Yep, not on the cart though, because then she's gonna be stuck or running out somewhere going, "Hey, so you getting Buddy in trouble now." Do the tripod, just set it up.
Hello, Viral
She'll be
Tender. How are
running
you
through the
doing?
runway that she had set up for the birds.
Oranges
to
and
plant the
grapefruits is
seed.
really good. That sounds really good. I've just
You go put it up here. Anyway, what do we got going on? I'm gonna finish that you tried to start 30 minutes ago.
yeah.
We've been putting drip tape irrigation in the garden
She
because
really
I am
is.
not carrying water hoses or water no more.
Yes.
There's,
So we got half the drip irrigation in for the 2 rows that we're gonna do double rows on, and now we have decided to just extend the garden to the left instead of maybe and doing it in another spot too. But so now
To
we're
the
gonna
left or
have
to the right. If you're facing this to the right.
whatever direction to the side. Okay, to the east, we'll say, looking at it. If you're looking to the east, it'll be to the north, right here to the side. If you want to get technical
We
about
start
it.
doing some freaking kung fu
And
boxing.
now we'll have 2,000 square foot instead of just 1,000.
What is it? Y'all notice every time in life she either elbows me, knees me, kicks me, or sideways the hand.
Because I told you, listen, my
Then when
arms
she
is
falls, she
long.
pulls me out of the chair with.
Y'all remember doing red? What is it? No,
I remember
when you
making
go
me
out
fall out
Red
of the chair.
Rover?
Playing.
yeah. Please don't break my chair because you gave me the leaning chair. You did Red Rover or something. You had to put your arms out. That was my bubble. Oh,
See? Every time. She kissed me at least once every night.
in my bubble. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know about that weather stuff not cooperating.
Let's
I'm
see.
still ticked about the 300 rough feet of taters we just
Yes.
put in
I'm
on the
telling
new
you.
upside of the garden, which was not as soft as the other part of it. We got to do something
Yes,
to that.
yes, we do. I'm actually going to get a tiller the first of the week, probably.
Anyway, we've
Yeah.
started drip tape like 3 different times.
Yes. So we got 2 rows done. And the good thing is, and I found it local, you guys, in North Carolina. I found it at a local
ADHD
place.
should be off on a whole
Yes,
other
shush
subject.
it. Don't shiny quarter me. Okay. So we found it. We've got 2 rows installed, and it's super, super easy, except for the hoeing part.
I recorded it. It's so awesome.
Yes,
It's
it
super
is.
easy, man. I love it.
And it's going to save them. We got to go back because they were sold out of the pressure fertilizers. What is it?
Injector tank. It's a
Yes.
fertilizer injector tank.
That thing. A raspberry hedge. Anyway, so we got 2 rows in. You're gonna do double sides on it, and the great thing about it is you can just extend it straight out.
Right.
And then I think maybe at the end, like on the one end of my normal garden now, we have the big tractor tires, and I think on the north side of it, I'm gonna put raised beds in there maybe to do some things there. So, ours, if we buried it, how deep did we put it in there?
6, 8. See, but what you got to understand is like the top 3 on this is wood chip, so it's pretty
It's
good.
buried.
It's down maybe 3 wood chips, 3 into the compost.
Yeah.
And it's 12-inch spacing in the emitters. It's not the raise up emitters, it's just tape. So it inflates.
Good night, Boxy. Thank you so
buddy.
much.
We appreciate all the support, Bub.
Good night, Mr. Smallwaters. Good evening. Yes, we do believe on the cross. Yes, we do got to meet. We were talking about that earlier. Anyway, sorry I didn't mean to interrupt you because I'm sorry.
Anyway, it just inflates, and we're what we're going to do is we're going to plant probably 2 foot spacing, maybe just depends on what we're putting out there. But we're planting directly on top of each emitter. That way, we're not feeding the weeds, and if we do inject some food until they get established, because listen, our plants is really big right now, and they're like root bound, so we're going to shoot them with a little fertilizer. But last summer, everything was ridiculous because it gets so dry. And I'm not carrying water because we're going to expand this time, not just for Shed Wars, because we've depleted all of our food. Yeah. We got to start putting some back. So,
hey, Jeremy, sorry.
I'm not doing all that. I'm doing drip tape. And the whole system, I recorded it all. It's easy as crap. Like if you have the little hoe thing to put it in that you walk behind, you can do
it a lot easier.
You can do a 30 by 30 plot in 20 minutes. That's putting it in, installing, and covering it up.
Holy cow.
I don't, so I put mine in with the rake.
Okay.
So either way, what?
I'm trying to click on the things and they scroll down.
It's just 17 people in here.
Is it? Are we supposed to be getting rain? Let me look at the daggone forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be a rainy week. There's going to be like 3.
Your phone's completely dead.
No crap. I don't even have a phone. That belongs to the kids.
Yeah.
It's always dead.
Mackenzie, have a good night, honey.
Yeah, we got 3 days coming up. We don't have Jules since we're in the same zone. We don't have any for the next 10 days. I've checked. I think our lowest one's like 38, and what I'm putting outside can definitely handle that. So we don't have no cold days. Hopefully you didn't follow out my advice on those taters, Jules, because ours is swimming and probably going to turn into mush.
I hope not. Hey, Lazy Acres.
Howdy, neighbor.
And April, how are y'all? You about forgot.
What? I didn't forget Glenn and them. I was just going to say Tony and them was in there too.
No, I feel like an idiot because on their live the other day I said Sharon, and that's not her name. Her name is Sue. And
what? That's your family. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but in my defense, I was thinking my other uncle, and he has a wife named Sharon, and I was like, they don't think I'm mental crazy because I didn't say her name wrong. But I remember Miss Sue. She made us the prettiest.
If y'all denounce her, I
anyway.
understand.
Listen at him. Listen.
We're at Kendall Bobby Jeans. She told us we don't even know her name.
Hey, getting started on homesteading. How are you? She made me the prettiest little baby doll when I was a little girl. She made all 4 of us one, and they were some pretty babies.
If you get too much, you know who to send it to.
Holy cow, that went down.
What went down?
Looking good for us other than the taters.
Yeah, you don't believe how many times I have lost so much stuff doing that crazy crap.
What? Planting early?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if not so much money, listen how silly, because I ain't wasting the food. I don't care. If I put it out, I'm going to try to save it. So we had one time I went way early because we was taking the plants and putting them under the house. It don't get no colder than 55 under there. Like this is set temp.
Yeah.
So we would bring them out in the daytime and put them under this little homemade plastic tent that we had for like a greenhouse. So we finally put them in the ground. And a big old frost came, and we chunked some money on 5-gallon buckets and all kind of stuff to cover them all up. But we didn't lose a thing, did we?
No, we did not.
We saved them all.
Tater beds yesterday morning. Oh no! Don't they all the time? Do you know how many times we was supposed to get this year? We've been supposed to get. I didn't just said we've been. Gosh,
listen, I'm blaming South Georgia folk too because that's who I was following.
Look, Farmer Steve's on. Put him on.
What's that? Yes. Are you ready? You let me know first. I'll put you up here.
Hey,
what's up?
Hey.
Another one of our besties, did I? Come on.
How are you?
I thought I don't think I've been on a live with you guys before. I thought I'd better jump on and say g'day.
Not yet. You hadn't been, but you should have been by now.
Hey, Chris Palmer. How are you?
Chris, what's up? Another part of the fam.
That lady that was doing your paint, she was pretty awesome on your video.
Yeah, she was a cracker. So yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
we're going to make sure that when we go back to that particular store, that we'll go on the days she's working. She's going to be a regular cameo in our videos from now on. She was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good watch. It was fun.
Yes.
Yeah. She commented on the video too. She apologized for having to be bleeped out, but
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, it's okay.
yeah.
Most of us.
Yeah, there's somebody knows about getting bleeped out, don't we, Jim and I?
Miss it. Most that you was leaving.
Is Mo leaving?
Let me see. I don't know. I gotta get caught back
So
up.
you're trying to get rid of people. You said
No,
Amanda was
no.
leaving too.
I don't know. I'm just following everybody else and what they're saying.
Between Nightbot and Bobby, we ain't gonna have nobody left. Y'all trying to get rid of everybody.
Oh, that Nightbot, that's evil.
Yes. So we are finding out. Let's see.
We're
Oh,
gonna-
okay. Okay, Miss Mo. See you later. Sorry.
Bye, Mo. You know we love you. We're gonna try to get this thing figured out. Though, if we can't, we'll just delete it.
Yeah.
Nah,
But we're still gonna try to though.
it's all about putting it in and trying it out and see what works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a couple of game options in it that sound like it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But you got to go through a bunch of weeding on that thing and get the settings right before you play the
Yeah.
game.
I think you just got to tweak it and sort of, not have it too authoritarian, but not too weak either. So it's just about getting it right for you.
Yeah, and the good part about it is you can set the commands up where mods can control it, and you don't have to mess with it.
That's
But
right. Yeah.
It's so new.
Hey,
Most people
Robert.
don't know how to mess with it either because it was kicking people out of Lala's live there. But I was like,
You have
Yeah.
to in your queue.
I'm sorry, what? It's your
Wait.
basement too, lady. Come on. She just said,
How do you say it? Is
What's
it
up?
"What's up,
How do
buddy?"
you say
Yeah, you kill all my taters, man. What's
Yeah,
going on, Bomber Steve?
You didn't look. You're gonna talk to Bobby because I messed you up on the taters.
That's right.
Look what happens when you leave the front door open. The native wildlife just wander into your house.
I know it. We can draw them too.
Yeah.
Anybody
As things
on the
roll.
weekend.
Oh man, I was out here talking about that rain we had, Michael. And,
Yes, he is. He's from Australia.
Robert.
Bomber Steve, what part of Australia are you guys from?
So we're central Victoria, so in the southern southeastern state, so just in between New South Wales and Tasmania, and then we're right in the middle of the state. So we're about 100 miles northwest of Melbourne.
so you're a Southern boy.
Yeah, southern boy.
All right.
I don't eat possum though.
Oh, come on
Well,
now.
hopefully y'all ain't up there taming them either, or down there taming them because Bobby.
Tanning them either. Putting bikinis
Nah.
on. Tanning them.
I've tangled with possums before. No, they ain't. There's no taming those little suckers.
Holy crap. Hey, Georgia Trapping and Fishing. How are you? No, they're pretty vicious, I think.
Hey, Georgia
Yeah.
Fishing was on
Yeah,
board.
you guys did a good job.
Yeah,
on
they
boxes. Yep,
They sure were. Where did the thing
lots
go?
of fun.
He was on there. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm actually
It'll be me and you in a minute.
I'm actually a licensed possum relocator. It's the main possum we have down here is called a brush-tail possum. They're the ones that have been introduced into New Zealand, causing massive damage over there. So they're a good sized fella, and they're cute, and they're very very pretty animal. But geez, when they're cornered and it's fight time, they are all teeth and claws.
Yeah. Ooh.
A
I
pot.
don't think they're cute.
Oh yeah. They will rip you to shreds. They're you don't mess with them.
How big did they get over there?
Oh, the brushies will get up to the size of sort of a small dog. So there's probably 5, 6 kilos. So 8, 10 pound. So they can get good size. Yeah.
I think I've seen them the size of chihuahuas here.
Yes.
Yes, I have seen them that size. Maybe a little bit bigger. What about you?
Probably 3-4 times the size of a chihuahua.
No.
But, they've got that's a full grown male. They get pretty big, and they're generally very placid. They'll live in the trees in the local parks down here, and people are not supposed to, but they'll feed them, and that's fine. But it's when you try to grab hold of them or relocate them, they can be pretty fine.
I bet nobody around here feeds the possums intentionally. I don't think.
Not intentionally. No.
They just kind of get in the garbage cans and knock them over and eat your garbage. But no, wow,
Amanda,
that is
If you don't know
insane.
Bomber Steve, you need to check him out. He's our snake buddy.
Yeah. She said, I don't know if you can see chat. She said she's in south of Perth, down in southwestern Australia.
Yeah, he's our snake buddy. Nobody gets injured in his videos except him once in a while. He gets a noggin
We
knock
love
every
Bomber
now and then.
Steve.
He's awesome.
You know,
No,
he gives me a heart attack sometimes with his videos.
So we call those guys sand gropers. They come from Western Australia. They're a sand groper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where all the sandy desert part of Australia is. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
Did we miss Boone?
Yes, I did. I didn't say hey to Boone because I
Boone,
think she just
how
got
did we
here.
miss
We
you?
love you. I'm sorry. We missed you.
We would never do that. I
Listen,
wouldn't anyway.
Okay, so speaking with everybody of our Australian friends makes me kind of not want to go there. Like, y'all have some scary stuff.
Half of y'all want to leave and run away from it.
I'm telling you.
it's all very, very, very exaggerated. Most Australians will spend most of their life not encountering anything of any danger. But you just got to be aware of them and just know what you're doing.
Yeah. I think it would be cool to see kangaroos in the backyard though, like we do here.
Yeah,
Like-
it's probably about the same as him.
I don't know that I'd want to come up on one though. I'd be afraid
Except
to
that our deer ain't coming out trying to
kick me or box me
whoop
or
somebody.
something.
Oh, the roos are good. You just don't get in between the males and his chicks. Yeah. So we get a lot of kangaroos here at work. They live in amongst them. You come out of the buildings and they're laying in the garden beds around here, and they're fine just as long as you don't sort of get in their face, give them a bit of space. They're all good. But we've got a couple of big alpha males, and you just keep an eye on them and just don't get between them and their mob.
Wow.
You know what this conversation reminds me of? A
What's that?
video of the dude on YouTube. His dog runs into the fence and the kangaroo's gonna mess up the dog.
Yes.
So he runs in the fence,
Have you seen
punches
that
the
video?
kangaroo, and the kangaroo squares off with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, they will. They're if they're cornered or being
Threatened.
feel like they need to defend themselves, they will. The males in particular, they'll rock back on their tails and they'll kick out
Yeah.
with both legs. And
Yeah.
they can open you up.
He put a haymaker on this kangaroo. I'm serious. I mean, he turned his head and old dude just squared up with him. Started.
He
Yeah.
did rock back. He rocked back on his tail,
it's
and
great,
he
man.
kicked him. I mean, he kicked him.
That
hard.
kangaroo's muscles was. I mean, he had some biceps on
Oh
him.
yeah.
And he had the dude's dog. The dude was just trying to
Yeah.
get his dog
He
back.
had the dog and pulled the dog back. Like, is that all you got? You can't hit no harder than that.
Yep. And
What vicious boy.
I've heard of like a kangaroo will go into water and a dog will go in after it, and the kangaroo will drown the dog. So they'll actually grab hold of them and hold them down under the water to take care of them.
That's not
What?
funny, but
Good grief.
Yeah.
you said they was vicious.
Oh, look, yeah. When an animal's got to fight for itself.
What?
I told you. Mean. Big old claws and rip it.
Hey Steve, have you ever seen that video with that guy? I think he's either gliding or parachuting, hang gliding or parachuting. And he comes
Yep.
down and hits, and the kangaroos come out and start whopping on him.
Yep.
Have you seen that? That's hilarious.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. And and that's the thing, the roos are there, and then suddenly this thing drops out of the sky right in their bit of their patch, and they go, So anything that's
They gave him a good whooping. I thought that was hilarious. It seemed like he deserved it.
well, they're a very, very, very muscular animal. Like even the small ones, we watch them out on the property. So a roo that's 3 or 4 feet high, and they'll just bound along and go straight over a 6-foot fence without even touching it. They just one big jump over they go. So
we didn't know it was that bad. We was in Silhouette Park Farm Live, and you know how Adam is. Adam is straight happy.
We love Adam.
He talks about some of the craziest, deadliest stuff, and then somebody mentioned a kangaroo, and his whole face went serious. He was like, "Oh, that's one of the deadliest things we got, a kangaroo."
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody talking, come to find out there's some.
You don't mess with them. That's for sure. But same deal. We get. I can go out on the block and there could be 30 or 40 of them on my property, and their first reaction is I can't get within about 10 meters, or about 30, 40 feet of them. As soon as I get to that distance, off they go. So,
Yeah. Well,
it's only when they're cornered and being chased and hunted that they'll sort of arc up in a lot of cases.
Are they all roided up and cock diesel like?
No, you get a mix. So you generally have a one or two big alpha males, and then there's a couple of smaller males with them, and then heap of females, and then the joeys. So, and you've got some joeys that are out of the pouch, some that are transitioning between in and out, and then some that just sort of you see their head and their little claws sticking out of the pouch, and then mum will bend over and they'll actually eat sitting inside the pouch until they're ready to sort of start coming out. So yeah, they're an amazing animal. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like kind of like human males. I watched another video where there's a safari doing a guide, and there's a male out there, and they kind of slow down, and he walks up to the fence and starts actually flexing like a bodybuilder. And every time it would slow down, he'd catch up with it, stop, and flex again. Yeah, the dude was like, if you males just kind of duck down, he'll stop because he's seen. It's pretty cool. Like he was showing off for him. It's pretty cool because it was protecting the females or whatever.
Hey, Steve, do they form like gangs?
Yeah, we call them mobs.
So they like fight each other?
Oh, they're definitely territorial. So yeah, they'll have a mob. When those mobs clash with food sources, I think the males might square up a bit, but generally there's enough food and around for them to sort of intermingle and whatever. But you'll find that like we've got a mob here that basically lives up in the forest at the back of work, and then they'll come down and spend some time a little bit further down the road. There's a big open space, and then they'll sort of move around. But the mobs will break up into smaller groups, so they don't sort of stay in a herd. They just sort of move around and break up, and then get together and head back up into the forest and sort of So sometimes you'll see 10 of them laying around together, and sometimes you'll see 30 or 40 of them.
That's crazy.
So I got a question for you, Steve.
Yeah.
Or an observation. When they do fight, don't you think they need some training? I mean, hold on, hear me out. They're big and buff and stuff, but when two men fight, they don't even look. They just throw their head back. Like, you got to be able to see what you're doing.
I think evolution has taught them that the kangaroo that keeps his head down gets his eyes ripped out. So I think they've sort of it's basically put your head back and just go hell for leather.
I guess it is kind of hard to parry block with only 3 claws and stuff.
Yeah, right? Yeah. No, but they've been doing it for millions of years. They're quite happy to just stand there and beat the bejesus out of each other.
Yeah, just don't hit my eye. They're good to go.
Melinda said, is it true that a mama roo will kick its baby when they're being chased or scared?
No, not that I've seen. Not that I've seen. No, the mums are very protective. So they won't slow down and they won't slow down and wait for their babies. But yeah, it's quite common for a mum kangaroo to have one in the pouch and one at foot. So the previous one is still there with them. So, part of the cruelty of roo hunting means that we have a lot of juvenile roos that would normally be spending time with their mum, and then if mum gets harvested, then it's very hard on those younger roos.
Yeah.
Okay, so do people hunt the roos like I guess people hunt deer here? Like you eat it?
No, they're protected. They're a native animal, so they're protected. So to be able to, the only reason you can hunt roos is if you're if they've been deemed that they need to be culled for number control, and that's quite controversial around here. So some support it, some don't. Some believe it's based on true information, some don't. So a farmer can apply to the Department of Wildlife for a permit, and that will allow him to cull 20, 50, 100 roos on his property. But you've basically got to get permission to do so. But they're also used in the pet food industry. So there are professional roo hunters, but it's all licensed and sanctioned as well. But it's quite controversial.
Pet food?
Yeah.
That's insane.
They used them as hamburger meat at Jack in the Box back in the 80s.
Yeah, it's good meat. I like kangaroo. It's good meat.
What are you laughing at?
I think you got him lippy. Oh, she would whoop a kangaroo.
Yeah.
The
And,
other interesting fact with kangaroos, and it actually goes with all of our marsupials. So a marsupial is a mammal with a pouch.
mhm.
So it includes kangaroos, koalas, possums, wombats. So there's a few interesting things that happens with them. One interesting one is the wombat pouch actually faces backwards, where all the other pouches face forward, and that's because a wombat digs in the dirt. So if their pouch actually face forwards when they dig, they'd actually fill their pouch with dirt and kill their babies.
Oh,
So
God.
their pouch actually faces backwards. But the baby kangaroos and koalas and whatever are not born in the pouch. So the birth canal is a little bit further away from the pouch. So kangaroos and koalas will give birth to a pup, but it's very small. It's just a tiny little thing.
Uh-huh.
And it then has to crawl and navigate its way through the fur, and it will crawl between the two legs and up, and then find its way into the pouch and then attach onto a teat that's actually inside the pouch. And it's genetically programmed to do that. So the fact that any of them make it is quite amazing.
No wonder they grow up all come out all cock diesel and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Can
Little
one of
male
our
kangaroos.
moderators put Bomber Steve's link up?
Yeah, you guys
please?
know his link. I don't have a StreamYard. I can't even find my own link in StreamYard.
I'm
And,
sorry, Lindsay. I'm
I just
sorry.
envisioned the little male kangaroos hanging out of the pouch with the arm puffing a cigarette. Them dudes are tough.
aren't you leaving home yet?
Them dudes are tough. Like you just look them up on YouTube, you see some amazing stuff. They're really tough. Ain't it cool how our life goes from southern strawberry jelly straight to kangaroo death, human death by kangaroo or something.
We
They love it.
go a little
Jan,
everywhere.
hello, Miss Jan.
Hello, Miss Simply Jan. Yeah, we just go a little bit of everything.
Jules, you got input?
Everywhere.
What you think?
Thank you, Miss.
I just dropped his link.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And you can buy kangaroo meat in the shops as well. So most times if you go into a supermarket in a deli, you can buy lamb, chicken, steak, pork, and kangaroo.
Isn't the possum the only marsupial in North America, or am I like having bad record?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So the marsupial genus was isolated in Australia when the land masses separated. So our animals, because they were isolated for such a long time, they evolved differently to mammals across in other parts of the world.
Hey, chasing rabbits.
So
Excuse me.
Yeah,
we don't have kangaroos around here. I mean, it's hard enough to deal with rednecks like Michael. Shit.
That's right.
That's right.
He'll buck up on you.
At least you don't hold your head under the water.
I will say one thing.
You know that's
Now-
how Bobby G, you know that's how he mimicked that so well. You know? He got it in him.
I was gonna say if I do, I ain't gonna hold my head up.
now I'm gonna do a shameless plug here, if that's all right.
You go right ahead.
If this sort of stuff, if you're interested in wanting to know stuff about Australia and our animals, over at Sweeney's Creek Farm, we've just put a video up, and it's called Ask an Aussie. So if there's something you ever want to know, if you're interested, if you think I just didn't always want to know that about Australia, jump over to the video, drop the comment into a question, and we'll jump on and either we'll make a video about it or we'll do a live one night and talk about some of these things. So
That is awesome. Yeah.
Auntie Adjack's got a question.
Yes, he said, is a platypus a marsupial?
No, platypus is a monotreme. So there are two monotremes in Australia. That's the platypus and the echidna, or the spiny anteater. So a monotreme is an even more primitive version of a mammal, in that it's actually an egg-laying mammal. So platypus and echidna hatch out of eggs, and then they don't really have a mammary gland with a teat or a nipple at that stage. It's actually a very primitive mammary gland that sort of secretes milk that the young will then lap up. So but they're basically what we call an egg-laying mammal.
Cool.
This Mom's Pantry. What's up?
Amanda said she watched a king skink attack a rat yesterday. Mike, what is a skink?
That'd be fun.
So a skink is a type of lizard. So we have
Okay, so I was
we have hundreds of different species of skinks, but the biggest ones we have are our blue-tongued skinks, which belong to the genus Teliqua. So we basically have two members of that. That's the blue-tongued skink. The blue-tongued skink is the biggest one, and we have two species, basically the blue tongue and the shingleback. And those guys are quite predatory. They will eat other lizards and little mammals and things like that. So, yeah.
Hey, Matt. I see you over there.
This Chef Beth.
Hey.
Howdy. I'm enjoying the conversation.
She's in her natural habitat, the couch.
That's where I'm normally at. Watching. I like that show, Heartland. I like to watch it. Makes me want to buy horses again, though.
They're yard ornaments.
We were watching a Hallmark movie, and it was no surprise they fell in love. You know how it ends.
Yeah.
Mum's Pantry is just popping in a question there about the Tasmanian tiger. Do you think they're still out there? My answer to that is no. The Tasmanian tiger is definitely extinct.
Boone, I'm up here.
Is
I'm
that the same thing as like the Tasmanian devil?
No, the Tasmanian tiger, I'm pretty sure, also was a marsupial. It was basically a predatory marsupial that we had down in Tasmania, and so it was actually much bigger than the Tasmanian devil. Devils are only they're only little squat little suckers, whereas a tiger was more like a dog. And they were hunted to extinction because the sheep farmers, when they moved into Tasmania, didn't want them eating their sheep, even though there was basically no evidence of them predating upon the sheep, but they were basically eradicated and hunted to existence. And the last one died in captivity in about 1936, I think, was the last time we had one.
Aaron, come up, Bubba.
Hi, Aaron.
If you come with 30 seconds just for the pitter patter, dude.
Please.
Bobby Jean.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a doctor of wildlife, but I think the key word there was tiger.
What up, Julie?
I'm not,
Thank you for coming in, and I missed that too. I got some of that.
Hello. And she likes Heartland.
Heartland. Who likes Heartland?
They do.
Oh,
Let's see. Let's see. They are expensive, or they can be. Let's see. Anti said there's some science guys that found a way with Tassie tiger DNA to reintroduce it, and apparently are doing it. Did they not watch Jurassic Park? Did they not watch any of these things? We're gonna have dinosaurs on Earth again.
Yeah, well, I'll believe it when I see it, and you can't reintroduce a species with two animals. Like you don't have the gene pool to be able to do it. Like once you're down to that number of animals, it's basically extinct. You're only going to get genetic mutations if they breed. So, science can only do too much. And I'm a science guy. If you want to try and bring back a Tasmanian tiger or a mammoth or whatever, great. But you're not going to reintroduce the species.
I hope not. Some of that stuff is a good thing. It's
right. When you clone, what was it, Dolly, the sheep, but the clone can't actually reproduce, right? Yeah, so you can clone them, but they can't. Reproduce, so you can't actually reintroduce.
And even if you did, if you look at a species like the cheetah in Africa, I mean, there was an event thousands of years ago that eliminated a sizable population of the cheetah population, so their gene pool was greatly reduced. Now the problem now is you're actually getting genetic defects and poor health in the cheetah population because they're too closely related. So once you get a gene pool down to a certain level, it's no longer safe for those animals or effective for those animals to breed.
Reminds me of my family in Southwest Virginia.
Not going there, mate. Not going there.
Shut up, Bobby G.
Hey, I can relate.
We probably are related.
We're from North Carolina, probably. I said a cuss word. I found Lacey Acres, and I figured out we can, and I didn't know it.
bring Nippy up here. She's still in here.
They, Mr. Glenn is actually my uncle's wife's brother from Lazy Acres.
Oh, you're still.
I was talking to Jules.
Uncle
Trying to
John.
follow along.
Okay, you have okay, I'll follow.
My uncle's wife's brother is Glenn. Yeah. So
Something. Man.
oh, yeah.
And then Lazy Acres, Glenn, and
They might not claim me though. God, I might not better tell nobody.
Yellow House on the Hill friend with Lazy Acres too.
Yeah, that's his cousin. Tony's Glenn's
They're-
cousin.
Cousins.
Listen,
There's also
I'll
Ken
tell
to believe on the cross. That's his,
I'll tell y'all about this
Same.
one time. I was conducting a funeral, and
oh, we're back on the funeral. So.
yeah, because I was a funeral director for a long
I
time.
know that.
And so I was conducting this funeral, and turns out they were all my cousins, like my second cousins, and they were like, "Hey, your last name is such and such. We're kin." I was like, "Oh, no,
Not even know you're working on.
it's a small town."
Kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Tony said him and Glenn is cousins.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mr. Chris Clevercraft said he's got to get his kid to sleep. He said, "Bye. Good night. Have a good night."
No,
Well, Mr. Jules, what you got? Did you plant your potatoes?
24 eyes, it ain't a big deal. I don't know that they're done yet. We'll see what happens.
I don't think ours is. I think the dirt's. It didn't get too moist. I don't think.
Nah, well, the ones in the containers did awesome.
Yeah, and smart pots.
Yeah.
I don't know about the ones in the dirt, but we'll see.
And then when you install drip tape, you have to cut it on before you cover it up. So I I had to, so I just added more to it.
Mm.
Water.
Yeah, they've been
Oh, good
flooded
job.
before, though. I mean, we've had them turned to mush. I think the only ones we've actually had turned completely into mush where you couldn't even find them and into nothing was the purple ones. By the way, Jules, I will tell you again in case you didn't, when we was talking on the
They
phone,
really did, Boone. They
Um,
really did.
they have a determinate hybrid of Cherokee Purple. They made it from Cherokee Purple, but they crossed it with the Early Girl. And it's a hybrid that does the exact same tomato that you like and has that same, it's a Cherokee Purple, but it's a determinate bush. And Hawk Tools are the only body that has it right now, and everybody is loving it. So you might want to try those.
Because it's a F1 or you can't save the seed then.
I
guess
don't
you
know,
could.
dude. I don't think it's a hybrid because they pulled it from an heirloom. So go over and look at it. There's a whole show about it. They give you all the information on it. It's on the row by row. I know you like those Cherokee Purples, so.
Oh, heck yeah.
Hello, Hillbilly.
Have you guys tried growing the potatoes in the like the stack of tires and building it up as the plant grows?
No, we haven't done it now. We've done it in 5-gallon buckets.
So a technique we use over here is you can set up, say, 3 tires, fill it up with dirt, put your potato plant in there, and as it grows up to a point, once it gets a bit of height, you add another tire, and then you add more dirt on and cover up the stalk. And then in a week's time, it's grown a bit more, and you add another tire, add more dirt. So over about 4 or 5 weeks, you build up a whole stack of tires, and that plant is continuing to grow. Now the buried stalk will then shoot more runners and grow more potatoes under there. So once you get it up to a certain height at the end of the season, you let the potatoes mature, and then you basically pull the tire column apart, and it's basically filled with potatoes. So you actually get an extension. The growing stalk then becomes the root system, which then will germinate potatoes. So I haven't done it myself, but I've seen it done many times, and it's amazing the amount of potatoes you can get out of a column.
That is really neat.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to might try that.
Yeah, another video that's coming out that I think we had the Lala Farm kind of asked, and Paula Wells, when we was in her live modding about
Egg freezing.
storing eggs. So I'll tell you guys, we don't do. She wants to do lime storage,
Yeah, the
but
lime water.
here's the
wanted
thing
to
with
do
it.
that.
I'm gonna tell you guys now, if you're not a pro with eggs and you can't identify the bloom, some hillbillies call it blooming. It's the same thing, but if you can't identify the bloom, the shiny part on the egg, it would not be a good idea to do the lime storage because you can really get messed up by eating those eggs. It works. I'm not saying it don't, but I'm not trying to play with making sure I don't wash or scratch off blooming for that one egg to, because you won't know until you crack it open. So what we do is
There we
freeze them.
go.
And the Lala
Joel's there,
farm was,
yes.
yeah, that's it. The Lala farm was wondering what he was going to do about trying to figure out how to freeze them because they change texture. And so what we use is a silicone soap dish, and it'll hold one whole egg, and they just pop right out in a square, and then we use a food saver. And he asked us to make a video, so that one's coming out.
Mhm.
The drip tape is coming out, but that's going to be a premiere because it's a pretty huge video. I think it's probably going to be our longest one we got so far.
Yeah, probably.
Somewhere around 25 minutes, probably.
I didn't talk in that one neither. You did.
No, but it's
So-
easy, guys. It's so
It
easy.
wasn't my big mouth talking.
It's so easy. Like, I think I paid just for the what is it, 2,000 square foot we got up there. I paid $175 for
Yeah.
everything, and
It was
that's
really
to do 1,000 feet, 100 row feet. That's row stops, row inserts, the main line, the filter, all the dummy plugs, the tool, the
Thanks,
cut,
Gemini.
everything. It's awesome, man. It's the easiest stuff to do.
Ooh,
They have a tool where it'll just put it in for you 6 inches deep. If we didn't hand dig it, we would already have our stuff in today. It's the easiest crap to use. So
Yeah.
I figured I'd do a video about it. The idea about it is, again, you find those emitters, you put it in,
that's right.
and then you cover it up. And everybody's like, well, how do you find out where your emitters are? You just turn it on and let it run for a while, and it'll make a puddle, and you plant on your puddles. So what you do, we would have to pull our wood chips back and put the root system right on top of that emitter. Now you're doing is you're not wasting water. You're doing way less water. So you're not feeding your weeds. We're not going to have to deal with a bunch of weeds anyway, but that pretty much
Hopefully,
is
yeah.
going to eliminate, except for the rain. You can't control the rain, but we can control the weeds with this.
Yeah, and we can get the fertilizer straight
Right.
to the.
Because
to the
this is a new garden. You guys know we're going to do whatever we can to get it, the biology in the
Yes.
soil. Right. And then we don't have to worry about it. And we're going to do what it takes to get it there. And I'm not, like I said, we're adding a bunch of footage this year, and I'm not doing you just cause so many diseases by foliage spray. I mean, you're going to hear me say it all the time.
Well, we lost some
put
last year for
water on
blight.
anything. We don't spray it. We don't foliar feed. Matter of fact, we don't even like to drip on top anymore. So, because it gets so dry, you have to run your water so much, you're creating diseases yourself. So I figured this way, once we plant on these emitters, we don't have to really worry about that much anymore. We'll be using a lot less water, and I don't have to do nothing but just walk up and turn it on. And while we're feeding, we're going to get a tank and mix up the food in the tank, just like I do in the hydroponic system, and mix it on the tank. And then when we turn it on, it'll go out and distribute.
Yes, and if we don't want a certain row to get a certain fertilizer, we just cut that row
We
off.
have a row stop for each row, and we can cut
Yeah.
each row individual off. So if we're going to feed more nitrogen to our onions, we can cut the row off to our potatoes, and it won't get water or fertilizer while we're doing that. So,
Yeah.
Other than digging, the whole thing took maybe
Hey,
10
Bombas,
minutes to set
Beef, and
up, so.
Outdoors. And that was a big old long tangent.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry, but anyway, we'll put the video out and you'll see
I
that.
thought I talked a whole
Hey,
bunch.
Michael,
Yeah,
I got to do a rebuttal. I didn't watch that video that Gemini sent, but it looks like, just from reading the description and chat and stuff and the title, it looks like it's anti-indeterminate tomatoes, which I certainly can understand if you were doing mass production.
right.
Small scale, which is what I do, and you know what you're doing. Those things, and Cherokee purple, a true Cherokee purple,
Right.
not a hybrid. I mean, that thing is incredible. It's an incredible tomato.
Yeah, it takes a while to get them there, man. But once you get them there, you can't find a tomato that has that much of if you like the taste of a tomato, it has a dense flavor. It's crazy. It's the best tomato taste you can get.
It is. Hello, JV
really is.
Outdoors. How are you?
What's up, buddy?
And you know what else? The German Johnson tomatoes.
They was just doing a show on them maybe a week ago. Talking
I
about
heard that the Fräuleins like German Johnsons.
I will tell you this though. You know, there's a lot of people know there's a determinant and there's an indeterminate, right? Now there's a semi-determinate. Look, she's
That
like,
don't sound appealing at all.
Yeah, there's also a semi-determinate. Also.
Here I was thinking that Jules has actually learned how to behave himself, and he just blows it right out of the water.
It's the Carolinas, man. It happens.
There's nothing wrong with that statement.
Yeah,
Why is it funny?
but it's the truth anyway. Maybe that's why a lot of people don't know about it because the discussion ends up like this. With the red face, she'll be snorting in a minute. So we'll go back to the kangaroos. Damn it! How you doing, Steve?
Nightbot, where are you?
I think I just said most people don't know. We're talking about tomatoes still.
Tomatoes. All right.
Yes, they're semi-determinate. So y'all look them up. It's pretty crazy. We won't get into the whole science.
Put something else. I gotta go out.
Well, we might. Who snorts? And she's gone. Anti is about to ruin Bobby's life already. Over a freaking tomato, Jules.
I didn't get it.
I can't do this.
You just cussed again. Now I'm looking at the slow mo.
What did I do, bro?
I said something different.
Oh man. Oh, you're
All
good.
right, guys. I'm on my lunch break, and I've got to get back to work. So
See you later. Thank you for jumping in.
Thank you for coming back.
Oh,
Steve.
thank
Don't ask, JV. Don't ask. Don't ask. He said, "What kind of stream did I come into?"
so I
You know what it is with us, Bubba.
hadn't been on MB.
Okay, JB, we are talking about first tomatoes. I'm going to make sure tomatoes and then the word semi came up.
I'll catch us later, Jules. Leave this off.
Thank you.
All right, bye all.
Later, man.
Compose ourselves.
Right, it's a damn tomato.
Tighten up.
Okay, and look, we've been an hour and 10 minutes, and you snorted 15 times, and you came back in and said the S word as you come back in. We're gonna get. Don't worry, Lippy, we're about to catch up with you. She is anyway.
Mackenzie, have a good evening, honey.
Yes, thank
nice
you
to
for
meet
coming
you.
in.
Yes.
Good night.
Maybe don't judge us based on
I was talking about tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
sure.
But you can look it up. Make sure you put tomato with it.
Stop. You gotta stop.
That's why we don't mess with those tomatoes.
Anywho,
yes,
you
anyway.
said Anti said, so how's the sauce?
Well, the way you said sauce. We got a recipe on that too, Bubba, if you want to watch that, because I'm not going to attempt it because I know what's going to happen. There we go.
The juice is on a sip.
Hey, where's that?
So what have you got? So you did not put your taters in though, right, Jules?
Potatoes, yeah,
Oh, you did?
Get on with the program.
I did. We'll see how it goes.
You'll be
Yeah.
all right.
Did I say
But,
You did not. But
Hello,
yeah,
Raven
thank
Cat.
you for coming in.
I put three tomatoes in 5 gallons yesterday. And I had them out today. Just gonna leave them out an hour,
yeah.
and then bring them back in. And I went out to get them, and one had just snapped. I planted them low.
Sorry, I got distracted.
This-
North Carolina, Jersey. I don't know.
well, she
Oh.
said sauce.
No, I'm from Carolina. Yeah.
Like, hey, lay off the sauce. She's a Carolinian. But yeah, no, seriously, Jules, I wish I did a video how many I had. I'm pretty close to 300 roast feet, I think. And we had the upper end of our garden is really tough because everything runs downhill.
Oh yeah.
So we double chipped up there, but it's still Carolina red clay. So I had a freaking 20-pound digging bar out there for some of them, putting compost and stuff in there. So we did all those holes by hand, each individual hole.
Sure did.
300.
Yeah, I think we'll save some taters, but yeah, it was pretty close to 300 rough feet for sure.
Man.
And we still got more to go.
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of Yukon Golds that we didn't put in the ground yet, so probably about another 300-400 rough
What you
feet.
gonna do with all that?
it.
Yeah.
Every bit of it? Oh, you keep it?
Try
Yeah.
to, yeah. We try to.
What we try to do is we'll try to get one in. For our first one is like our fresh, and we store them. We'll eat through those because we're tater eating.
Yeah.
It's pretty much every night or every other night. So we'll eat all through the summer on those.
Yeah.
And then when we try to get our fall
You can
crop,
can 'em
those are the
too.
ones we put up. Yeah.
Yeah. You can can potatoes.
Put them in soups and stuff like that. But yeah, we pretty much grow tomatoes, potatoes, green beans, and the staples like that, and corn like as much as we can on here.
Corn is a big thing in the house because everybody eats the crap out of it. Tony said, how far apart do you plant your potatoes?
Oh well, that depends on what we're doing.
In doing it in. What do you mean? Just tell them how.
We need doing it in what? So if we're doing it in buckets, I just
Do one.
the complete. No, I just do the complete bit for the bucket. So it's we'll do it in a diamond shape in the 5-gallon bucket. The small ones, the 3 to 6, we do 2. If we're doing it in rows,
Yeah.
It depends. Like our Yukon Golds, we're somewhere between. We do it like on 12-inch row spacing. Usually is what we do for our taters.
Yeah.
12 to 2 foot.
Sometimes I confuse myself. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I got to go to the bathroom.
Now, most of the time the one we do the 2 is because at the cabin we already had some good biology established, so it was a lot softer, and we only had to heal our taters one time. We got a lot, but in that tight soil, it's kind of hard to get them to do that. Most of the time they'll go back up on the softer part, then branch out. But
Right.
up on that tough part, beating it in with the digging bar and then losing all of them. I don't think we lost all of them, but they were small. But you know, our chips, we can just dig them back and then go through 3 inches of compost, and we done hit our soil. And it was in a pretty good puddle the first time I dug it up. It was in a pretty good puddle. We're gonna save some, but
What?
I know we ain't gonna keep them all. While we still talking like taters, I'm
Oh.
still butthurt about
What did your rain gauge? Did you eyeball the rain?
No, that's the one thing that
Ow.
that's the one thing that gets footballed around because we have a bunch of dirt bikers and they're all under 18 years old.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Yeah,
puddles.
those things get dry rotted and they're like football. They get pelted all over the yard and stuff. So,
What?
and we don't have any new one put in the garden yet, so we don't even know how much rain we get.
Oh, rain gauge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ours got broke. We have to get another one, but we still got some places in the yards that's got puddles in it, a little bit wet, but for the most part, it's dried up.
You know when my phone died and then it poured down rain.
Yeah.
When was that? Wednesday, Thursday? I can't remember.
Lord, I don't know.
I had to look on my phone. I think it was Wednesday.
No, it was Thursday because that's
course
the
you're gonna
day
just-
that the bad weather came because it always happens on Thursday. It's the day the tornadoes came in the eastern part of the state.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right.
That
Always be right.
that afternoon, and then I went back out there after 6. As it came here and then it went and it came back, we had
Oh, sunny.
inch and a half of rain
Daggone.
in like 24,
Yeah.
26 hours, something like
That's the day it monsoon rained all day. Lippy said to put her sweet potato starts in a hot sandbox. We got some of those today.
What?
The other day, got some sweet potato slips. But
Yes.
I gotta. I don't know what to do with them. I gotta email Miss D. And we gotta get together for this box of seeds.
Yeah, that's why I'm
too.
glad you come up here. We was going to talk to you about this box too. I'll holler at you and we'll figure it all out. But we're gonna do what we was talking about. We just have to figure it out. Look at him. He's looking at us like you don't know what we're talking about.
It's their delay, Jules.
Oh, sorry, I was reading the chat. Are you talking to me?
At least we got him on that one.
What happened?
There you go. 'Cause most of the time you're keeping
You
up.
pulled
You're
a Bobby.
No, I was trying to find out what the heck they're talking about over here. What happened?
Hey Jake, how are you? No, he said, look, I got my shirt on. None you Texas on the
I got my dirty garden shirt on. I've
Well,
been
I
working
took
in
a
the garden, so
I took a shower, so put a clean shirt on. Not saying you're dirty. Well, you are right now, but
if anybody here wants to explain to Jules what the hot box is for your taters or sandbox, whatever your sandboxing is, for your whatever you're talking about? Because
That was Lippy. That was Miss.
I was looking at.
I was a hot
about
box. And what was-
75 pounds.
Oh, I got you.
it's a box with clear plastic or glass on top.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought you can grow anything in a hot box, just heats it up.
Yeah. I was thinking of a different hot
It's
box.
kind of serves the same purpose as a polytunnel, doesn't it? But it heats it up more like a greenhouse effect.
Maybe.
I thought a hot box had glass on it.
Yeah, that's what she said. It had glass or clear plastic on the top of it. Probably heated up to a
Well,
certain.
but not like plastic. Well, depends on what you mean by sheet, but like a thick mill, like plastic pane, not just a plastic sheet. I think.
The last one I seen, that little Rustin Floto dude made one. He lives, it's snow constantly. His was wood. I think it was like 2 railroad ties he cut up and put in a square, and then put like a piece of plexiglass on top with hinges, and put snow all around it. And he was doing his potatoes and stuff like that. But that's because he's in the snow.
Like replace your windows in a house, or windows you're taking out of an old house, you can actually use that entire frame with the panes and do it that way. And hinge that thing too.
Yeah, she said thick, clear greenhouse plastic. Hey, Patty.
Well, maybe today. I don't know. Everything's changed. I always thought a hot house involved glass or a sheet of true plastic, not.
I was thinking about
greenhouse plastic.
I thought about one time trying to get like scrap glass, like windows that people had taken out, and building a greenhouse that way.
Yeah, for the most part, that's right, Jeremy. Well,
Yeah, we usually
sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
going in a paper towel first,
If
but
we
they have
don't,
to stay moist.
yeah.
Hey, me. I looked it up.
What?
A hot box is an airtight room or vehicle that contains one or more pot smokers.
That's what I was thinking it was. Shit.
Number 3. We're gonna be. I need to go slow mo.
Okay, let me spell it out further.
Anybody notice the little night bot's gone? He ain't came back. We're cool on that.
Yeah, no, he's gone. I ain't seen him.
So
Ain't
we're
nobody
good.
I think everybody got their emoji straight. You can't. Oh, boom! That night bottle get you.
No, I was gonna say what. I'll do it. I can't get to the things right
Is
now. I
there
can
a
put it back.
thickness of plastic you seek out and use? For
For
us, no.
Us,
Not-
no. As long as it's over 3 meals, we're kind of good with that. I mean, because we don't really have like really harsh, crazy winters. We
No.
not like a lot of people's talking about. Because some of the stuff y'all talking about, I'd be a weenie. I couldn't live in. But we don't have harsh winters. So anything over 3 meals, we're happy with. Well, there you go. I
Ain't it the
spoke too
truth,
soon.
anti? Ain't it? I told you. I'm sorry. Oh, it got CJM instead of Zoom.
Oh, it's just a warning.
He said it's hot boxing. He's hot boxing
Probably.
some glue, huffing the glue.
Probably because now see he's done come back.
Miss Lippy said they use 6 mil or better to the plastic. Yeah, stupid Nightbot. We got to get rid of that sucker.
Are we talking about covering plants or for greenhouses and polytunnel?
I think they were talking
Holy
about
crap,
for the hothouse. I think is what they were
yeah.
talking about. It singled you out. It didn't get you yet. I don't even know.
But yeah, well, if we're going to do a greenhouse or
CJM.
something, we have a company that we're going to go to that has really good greenhouse plastic, but we have like 3 or 4 mil that we'll go buy that we pull out for a little tunnel over the plants and stuff, but it's a temporary type.
Actually, I think the plastic we got was the plastic you buy from Walmart to cover your windows with. Like, to winterize your
Right,
windows.
it's like 4 to 7 mils.
Yeah.
It's not.
And it did pretty good.
Yeah, that Jim and I was talking about polytunnels, which is not the same thing as a hot box. I don't want to confuse.
Right. It's different. Yeah, that's different.
Polytunnel is not a hot box. Hot box traditionally had glass in it. Now you can get the polyglass that's thick, like 1/4 inch thick. We're not talking 6 mil.
Plexi.
Yeah, it's like it behaves like a greenhouse, not a polytunnel, because you got that glass in there, and it actually will heat the thing up. And if you want to, you can add heat to it too. But I always thought of a hot box as a wooden frame on the ground with a thing of glass over it, however you do it. But apparently it's come a long way. Yes, the two are different. They are different. Yeah, hot box and polytunnel do different things. So they're talking 6 mil, they're talking polytunnel.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I can't help that. As soon as we get off this live, I'm going straight and turn it off until I get
Yes.
there.
It's gone psycho.
It seemed much more fun in Lala's live when it was acting up.
And I think Bobby Jean and Michael, I think if you replace the glass and it's just pure wood, you got yourself a mushroom chamber, basically. You know, you just put your compost or whatever in there and square that thing up with the wooden box, you know, and have the same hinge lid in front of it so you can deal with it. I've never used them personally, but I've seen people that have. But it's not a polytunnel.
No, she said she was answering Miss Cecilia.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Robert said construction grade plastic will make it through the winter, but it won't make it through summer. Cheaper though. Temporary use gets the job done.
Yeah. And that's strictly what I was talking about.
Yeah, it would be, Because don't you want it UV treated?
I have no idea.
You want it to be long term. I think it needs to be UV treated, or you just be replacing it constantly.
Makes sense. Me too. I want to get. I've seen some of the kits for the mushrooms, but I don't know.
Yeah, getting started on homestead, and that's what I always thought.
Wood with glass on it.
Yeah.
And it's used for what now? What do you use it for? Just to heat stuff up?
It extends your growing season, so you could start earlier or extend warm season stuff later. But they're boxes, they're low, so you're not talking like tomatoes and stuff.
Gotcha.
That's the high school hot box.
That's what I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about pot, but I mean, it does kind of go with it.
But he said cigarettes, and they were just a cherry on whatever you're smoking.
Yeah, because I remember smoking in high school, and they shut down our smoke shed right at the time I turned 16 and could go out there and smoke at the sucker. So we had to go in the bathroom. And
you know you're in Hillbilly County when you're smoking here, it's called a smoke shed.
Listen, we went out there and smoked with the teachers at the high school. The teachers was out at the smoke shed when we was out there. That'll tell you how hillbilly our town is.
Yeah, I probably had a bottle of moonshine under the seat in the parking lot too.
I can guarantee you a lot of our teachers in high school had a bottle of whiskey in their drawer. I know because I've seen it. And dealing with our crazy hind ends, I don't blame them. Let's see, they're doing a window greenhouse because the winds are too strong for plastic. Jules Patty said it does have to be UV stable plastic, which makes sense.
Yeah, it's not. It's going to be close to like dry rot. It's going to be pretty much the same thing. It won't take long either if you got some pretty intense.
Okay. But can you, this is my first year with sweet potatoes. You don't have to have a hot box to start them, right? Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I've only bought sweet potato slips. I don't know about starting them.
Never trialing it.
Well, okay, so I have slips already. So they're different. What do I got to do with them?
Oh, yeah, just follow your planting guide. You don't need to put them in a box.
Okay. See, Tony remembers the smoke shed at Starmount. He went to school there too. I'm telling you. When I turned 16, that was when you were allowed to smoke was 16 back in the day, not 21 as it is now. But they were trying to kill us off young.
I don't know. We rode horses when I went to school with hitching post. I don't know about it.
You a lie, and the truth ain't in you. But on our senior day, we did. A lot of people drove their tractors to school. Hold
on, Joe. Was you going to say something? What's that?
Yes.
No, I was going to say the tinker's wife hit it. How about mushrooms?
So I plugged the insert. Oh. To go. Oh Lord, you graduated in 1985. I was born in 84.
If you go kit style, you're not going to grow any poisonous mushrooms. There's a whole little cottage industry there. There's all kinds of kits.
Oh yeah, man. It's a whole world for that kind of stuff.
What? What are we? Okay. yeah, we're just doing a lot of full things this year. Let's see.
Well,
I
if you
missed
need some help
something.
with your veggies and stuff, Jeremy, you can email me.
So where do you go buy the plugs for mushrooms though? Or like the logs just like at your nursery, like you're in the local nursery, or is that like a place to go buy mushroom stuff, like a website?
Boom. Told you you're freaking young.
Well, I'm 36. Let's see. Robert, our bus drivers let us smoke on the bus. Like I don't even know why it was a good idea for
Yeah.
our school.
And we had
drivers,
knives
but
and
yeah.
and pum
We
pums
had-
in the window at the back of the truck.
I remember when they outlawed them going to the schoolhouses.
Well,
I was in elementary school.
Simply Jan got it.
She said you can buy kits at Lowe's. Are those kits good? Because I've heard mixed reviews.
she was a project coordinator for Lowe's corporate, so she's not happy with a lot of.
No, and I've heard okay stuff with them.
Mushrooms.
Huh?
I don't
Oh,
know.
you're like a mess. Hello, Curtis and France. I'm glad y'all are still here. I'm glad you're hanging out with us.
Boxes, they do.
Yeah, he does.
And Tiffany Q. Hello.
Huh? Who?
More.
Blah, 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 I missed it.
Yeah, Patty, ain't that the truth, honey? They sure can be problematic. Shoo, Lord.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff that the people under you dealt
Come
with.
on now.
Dramatic stuff.
We want Lowe's to send us free stuff to review. You can't be talking about
Honey,
Lowe's.
listen, I could probably set it up. I know a lot of people in the corporate office, and if you complain a lot about, if you go in the store and complain, they'll give you pretty much whatever for free. So
Tell them I need a stand-up freezer.
I'm telling you, we're trying to get a lay down freezer.
They need a lay-down freezer.
What down freezer? Yep.
What are you talking about, lady?
With a
Well,
kind that lays down.
You look for an upright, and we'll get you a floor model. We'll see if we can.
I think they're called chest freezers here, Bobby.
That's
G.
it.
Lay down chest freezer. It don't matter.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
But if I'm testing them, have them send me 6 because got to see which one's the best one.
Right. Well, you complain if you buy a cheap one. Complain enough to customer service, they'll upgrade. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we don't.
I don't make no sense sometimes.
Even with the card, we still don't go there much.
No, I did. I have a discount card. I did. I don't even know where it is now, but yeah,
Employee ID discount or some stuff. We don't. We don't hate the place. If we have to go there, we will. But
I missed a comment.
oh, I'm so sorry. You missed comments.
So
They're
did
going.
you see the roster?
Well, half of our people's left. You still.
No,
can't
I
keep
have
going.
not seen it. I'm sorry. Shut up. I haven't, but I'm gonna go look now. I
What?
did not know. The Frigidaire. Yeah, the one. Leave me alone.
She worked at a daggone, what do you call that, mortuary?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they didn't have to lay down freezers.
We didn't have no freezer. We had to go to Baptist for the freezer. We didn't have one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ee.
But I mean, it wasn't really an issue. If you embalm them,
You ever see the Undertaker working on the body and eating pizza at the same time?
sandwich.
It's
Sandwich.
kind of weird because, like, I was.
It's weird, man.
If we needed gloves or
I've
paper
had-
towels for cleaning, you have
yeah.
to go in there and buy.
I mean,
them.
they don't have food like right there at it, but yeah, I've been in there. We've done like after an autopsy, and we'll just go eat lunch.
Now, I called on a guy one time. I used to sell office machines and supplies, Bobby G.
Yeah,
Go in and dude says, "Come on back." And I looked in there and he's got a body wide open. He's got a Domino's pizza. And I was like, I'll pass, man.
Oh my God.
You need anything? He said, oh, no. He was just looking for company.
Yeah.
That's what that job was. I was like the UPS guy that could hang out for 20 minutes and shoot the breeze, you know.
Yeah.
People would tell me stuff they couldn't tell their colleagues so they could dump on me. But he was just lonely. He wanted me to come back here with a dead body and share a pizza with him.
Nice.
We had a pizza guy that
Michael
used to
Frank, the
deliver.
pizza guy, he
Yeah.
came out with smocks on, and it had like they made barbecue blood, and they put it all on the smocks, and they come out to get the pizza all covered in blood, like freaking
like we was working on a
people.
Like we came out of the apartment. Here's the deal: the apartment and the funeral home was connected by a garage. Well, we'd look like we was in the same building.
I wish I had a way.
We would come out of the apartment and then walk to the garage, and that's where they would pull up. And every time the dude would come deliver pizza, he'd always ask silly questions, and his eyes would be really big because he'd have to deliver at nighttime when everything was shut down. So finally, I decided to mess with him and put on everything they work in, had it all, and then we put barbecue sauce. And I made sure I put a little bit of the sauce on the money to pay for the pigs.
My husband is demented. I love him though.
Needless to say, that pizza was very cheap.
Oh, boy. He had a little bitty Geo Metro too, and that boy he about knocked his knee clean off of his leg trying to get
No lights, everything. The pizza little table in the back was rolling everywhere. It was good fun. But the next time we called, it just rang. I guess they blocked our number. They wouldn't.
Yeah, couldn't get pizza for a
They
while.
blocked your number after that. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that's funny. Yes.
Dude probably went in and said, "Look, if can't nobody else deliver that place, I ain't doing it no more."
I have actually gone in and talked about freezers and asked how many bodies would fit in them.
Yep.
I have, for real.
Oh, the life of Dale Papa Genius. I'm telling
Don't take me anywhere. That's not safe.
Do y'all do this around Halloween or just whenever you feel like it?
No, whenever we feel like it. Really?
when we was there, it was pretty rough. And then at the same time, one of my jobs was doing special effects makeup for a haunted house. It's really famous here, George. You probably heard of it, the Hacker
Craig.
House.
How are you?
I was one of the top dudes down there for making masks and special effects, but I also got to work there, which is awesome fun. I got tons of stories. But anyway, while we lived at the funeral home, I was making commercials there inside of it for my special effects makeup. So Bobby would be outside at nighttime.
Like, listen, let me tell you this story. And we could probably show the video. This was like, dude, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, we're night owls. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm dressed up like a scary ass scarecrow.
If you've been to Hacker House, you know how evil it is. And I was one of the people doing the foam latex.
Out in the parking lot.
It.
Out in the parking lot in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock in the morning. And some dude was walking down the road. So I decided
we was making a commercial. Each mask we made had a name and a character, and we would make a commercial for it. And we had tons of haunted houses
Craig.
buying them.
Honey?
So when we was making a commercial, some old dude was walking down the road, and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And there's everything. There goes Bobby.
I didn't say anything to him. I just walked up.
Just started walking. The funeral home, and then there's the guy right beside of it with the big old garden, and she's walking through the cornfield.
The best part was it was a young guy. He was like younger, and he just stood there like the whole time, like this shit was natural to him. Like it's happened every day.
But you wonder what kind of, our neighborhood's bad for it anyway.
He didn't budge at all. He just looked at me like, "What are you doing?
You want a cigarette or something?" We did, but I was really working there while I was living at the funeral home. So we had so many stories, and we had some really good photo ops after the place closed down. But anyway, that's another live.
Hello, never enough time. Listen, his brother is like scared of everything. Like everything.
Yeah. And he's a big dude, so he's one of him kind of like if he gets scared, he'll just bowl everybody over.
Listen, I stand at 5'9.5", and he towers over me. He's like 6'5".
Yeah.
And he's scared of the wind blowing in the funeral home because it's a funeral home.
Yeah. I can take him, but while I'm doing it, he's got me up in the air. I'll tell you a good story about him. There was a haunted house in a church one time, and they had it worked up for like saving souls. It's like for it's to convert people.
It was really cool.
It was pretty cool how they had it set up. So when you went in, because it was a haunted house, it was a church, and there was a school there also. They wanted to make sure they knew who you was before you came in. This place was huge, and it was pretty uppity. Well, they go in, and when they get to the very end of it, you're supposed to be going into this room like hell, right? Well, the devil's like messing around with all these people, and you're behind this glass watching it all happen. And then they tell one of the scripters is telling the devil that all the people is going through, and he's trying to stop them and bring them in. and they're telling them there's just people looking. And well, he picked somebody out of the crowd because he knows their name from when you sign in at the front door. So they let the guy playing Satan go through the list and pick somebody out with a name tag and call their name out. So just so happened it was my terrified brother that his wife was trying to coax him to go through anyway. And he was like, well, everybody gets to go except when they called my brother's name out, Satan did. And he turns around and goes all the way back through the haunted house the other way, bowling people over in the church as he goes. Oh, man. So,
Instead of just going out the exit, he turns around and goes
and fights
back
his way
through
all the way
everything.
back through. And his wife is kind of, she's battling thyroid. So she had on like this. He told her to wear a blue suit in case he got lost. He wanted to find her. So I asked, I said, well, what did you do? You was like fighting your way back. What did you do with your wife? He said, dude, I don't know. When I hit her, she looked like a blueberry rolling across the floor, knocking her. True story. Anyway, yes, he is a terrified. You know,
He's fun. He's fun.
lots of fun,
Seriously.
especially on Halloween. But
I'm telling you.
okay, so I'm
Uh,
gonna try one more time because Lippy seems to be really
Okay.
enthralled with this bot. So
okay, so the bot, if you put more than one emoji together, it's acting
She
stupid.
wants to know about
I'm
it.
sorry.
she
Oh,
wants to know about the bot, not what it's doing. So the bot is just a program like TubeBuddy that you can add on YouTube. You got to sign up for it. I think it's free, or there may be a stage.
Yes.
Did you pay for it, Lippy? But
absolutely. It is being a
it's
brat.
just a little mod that you can assign to your channel, and if you go through, you set it up in settings, it'll take care of your chat for you. It's supposed to try to help mod and
And start
sling
games and
links.
stuff.
yes, it'll sling links for you once you program them in there. However,
I didn't see
I
that.
tried it out and then go to the settings and cut it back off. So
Holy
you can go
cow.
sign up for it, mess with it, and it'll help you out. But as you can tell, Delilah had the same fun also. Where are you at?
I haven't seen anybody have that thing work. Like,
Well, it takes a little while because the settings are a little bit.
Okay, that's
it's
what I
tricky.
thought it was. Yes, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they was getting blocked. I thought it was
You
just
tell
getting
him, Miss
warning.
Lippy. He don't listen to me. I'm telling you,
Yes,
right?
it is just a automated program. It's not a human being. It's not part of Google.
I'm sorry. It's not us. Never
It's
enough
not part
time.
of YouTube.
No,
it's not us. It's just a program that's
We're
supposed to be
not blocking
fun.
people. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's
I'm
not
sorry.
us. It's a bot, and we'll fix it later. And I won't let it come back into live until we get it fixed. What's up, brother in
Shut
Indiana?
up, Craig. It was anyway.
Anyhow, yeah, we'll fix it later. But it's not us. It's just a little game that's supposed to be attached to YouTube, and we're newbies like everybody else. We'll get it figured out, but nobody's going to be permanently removed or anything like that.
I'm
It's just
sorry. I apologize.
I'm serious, guys. I've only seen that thing used when it's messing up. I've
Yeah.
never seen anybody using it and it actually.
Yeah, it's. Well, leave it up to them. I think they can go through and. I thought
see
I
his
could
comment
tame it.
now. No, so everybody said hey to AxQ Media, but I couldn't find him. Like I couldn't
Oh,
see
there
his
he is.
comments in
AxQ
there, but
Media.
now I do. I didn't see where
I
he
think
had-
Bobby's got us back on the private.
No, I don't.
Holy crap, we've almost went 2 hours because of you.
I know time flies when you're having fun, huh, Jules?
That's right.
Let's see.
2
Sky
hours.
was born here.
I'm going to
tonight.
agree with you and just get rid of it because
Bye,
Yeah.
Patty.
Yes.
if Big
See
Rick
you
and
later,
Little Rick
Patty.
can't do
Have a good
anything
night.
with it, I'm probably not going to be able to do that with it either.
Bad juju. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Patty uses all the fun.
No bad juju. Bad juju's bad. What is
Really, for
Twitch?
capital letters.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I really wasn't going to anyway till I looked into it more, and I was pretty happy with the 15 minutes of silence that it didn't come in.
Yeah. You
So,
spoke too soon.
yeah, I did. We'll take it off. So
The soup. Oh, I
the
remember that
Seinfeld.
episode of Seinfeld.
Yep.
Yes.
the Festivus for the rest of us.
What?
You know, there was a guy that actually played that. He pulled to prison, and they
What?
was actually giving him stuff because they thought it was a real religion. That's a pretty good story.
No.
Seinfeld. No, so Festivus for the rest of us when they didn't want to
No
celebrate
chat for
Christmas.
you.
No.
So,
No chat for you.
Miss Lippy, have a good evening.
And
Thank
Buddy,
you, Never
if you're
Enough
still in
Time.
here.
We appreciate you watching. Let's see. He heard me listening. He swore I was listening to Theo Vaughn. I don't know. Do you know?
Yes, thank you. We had, that's probably, I guess you could say we kind of hit like a small
It's
little
like
thing with that.
3,000.
Because once we put it up, it's one of the only probably 5 videos you look up on how to treat fowl pox that has the actual vaccination in it and how to do it. So there's not on there, and I think that's probably why it's our best videos, because it's never stopped climbing. It's a really slow climb, but it's one of the ones that always gets hit when people have trouble with fowl pox. So we're pretty happy that we got to hit that little glitch with it, because it's been producing.
Ooh, 64 tomorrow. That's nice.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
What's it gonna be here?
Most
tomorrow,
of our week
Jules?
is gonna be in the city. We're not gonna have a 70-day, but it's gonna be like the 60s. I think our coldest night again is 38 joules for the next 10. I think
Heck yeah.
it's
I
38.
I
So.
think, let's see. I got it right
I'm
here.
even gonna stop talking, because after the tater thing and the rain, I'm just gonna shut
He's
up,
like-
man. Just watch the
He's
weather.
like, Jules is kicking my butt.
I got 36 Monday.
Yeah.
Not tomorrow, Monday, a week out.
Yeah. See, I was showing 38 here for that. So, and I think for the most part, the next 10 days we can get stuff established for the
Yeah.
next 7
Oh, yeah, I ain't worried about that 36.
anyway before that comes. Putting that in 38.
That won't be too bad.
I would probably roll tomorrow, but my main bed for summer stuff's not quite finished yet, and I'm not just going to rush getting
Yeah.
stuff out till I get it the way I want it.
I don't blame
Good
you.
night getting started on the
You'll
homestead.
see Tuesday what I did Saturday. Well, if you watch my Tuesday video at some point,
This Tuesday's video. Did you watch it yet?
no, Tuesday,
What?
Tuesday
No,
day after
come-
tomorrow.
That one's
If
coming up.
you watch it, Bobby Jean, I would love to be in that time machine.
I stay in a time machine in my own little world.
We won't talk about that one on this live either.
I was pulling vines, like pulling down the safety net for the trapeze artists at the circus, man. I was pulling
That
it down.
sucks.
I mean, damn.
I got
Oops, sorry.
Still lots to pull.
Sorry, Michael.
Wood
It's
chips,
okay.
Jules.
what?
Wood chips. Best weed bar you can get. Just keep chunking wood chips on it.
No. This was a hedge I had on purpose, and now I'm pulling it out.
We did that one time, didn't we?
Yeah,
We
I
had
heard
a-
something
we had a
about
good-
it, man. That stuff was like this big around.
Good
Like how
Lord.
that'll be like the tap root, and then it'll
Mhm.
spread, and then it'll have another tap, and then another. Yeah.
This, I'm sorry, we're gonna have somebody posted. Wait a minute, Jules,
This-
you're a mod poster.
Is
Jules Small Gardening.
Small Gardenings, and
Yeah.
he is here in the same state we are.
Yeah.
So we.
He's our North Carolina neighbor.
Yep.
We
hope
consider
all is
Jules
well.
fam here on the Chills is like fam.
Let's see.
Hey, by the way, that reminds me. This week I'm gonna check with my guys about the elderberry.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Absolutely.
I think they should have it in by now. And
Yeah.
also that mailbox, that box of seeds,
Yes.
we need to get together and we'll end it with us.
Yeah.
We'll just split it all up and say it's
Yes. Happy birthday, Craig.
You might rethink that because there's
Well, first birthday.
somebody took a big old handful of morning glories seed and just put in there. And I know how you are about invasives. Somebody loved their morning glories, boy. I just chunked them. I bet there's 20 seed packs in them.
Morning
things.
glories are pretty, but we got enough growing wild.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
chuckle.
Hey, I was watching Doing Things Different.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever come to your Sunday Night Live.
They do sometimes. Yeah.
We're in North Carolina. We're in North Carolina. What about them?
Jules.
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 What about them?
Doing things different. What's up?
I was reading what you put on the screen.
Oh,
Y'all move too fast, man.
yes. We're
Hey, Chance. Hey, Chance. Hey, Chance. See how deaf that dog is?
He said, dude, you interrupted me. God.
He didn't know he's on the camera. I'm trying to help him out. Anyway, Do it.
He was
Do
like,
I know. He side-eyed you from crap. He's like, dude, really had to call me out on camera?
2 more days. It was spring yesterday. What you talking about?
Yes.
You know
For
what?
Shed
You know
Words
what he's talking about.
videos.
The word.
I thought we was gonna see who had
Oh,
the biggest
I'll
dick.
bring my chair. Holy cow.
Anyway, we was
You got
trying
a
to see
big
how.
dick. Michael, you got a big dick.
I sure do.
What?
Yeah.
I know what you said.
I tried to get you to come over and look at it, Jules.
I'll come over.
I got everything cleaned off of it.
That's fine, man.
Hey,
We got it sorted. That's what you
it still looks like a party, just like you said the other day. Red solo cups.
Your father smelled the mill.
Oh, my face.
Oh, you cracked me up, Barbara Steve.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Okay. Straight face. Tighten up.
Greg, you know what we're talking about.
So yeah, I saw her out. She's doing wild blackberries, clipping them, probably about 18 inches,
Yeah.
slapping them straight in water, and then jamming them. Are we talking about? No, we're trying to see who has the biggest deck.
Okay, I thought I was a Johnny Gooder.
Slamming them in water and jamming them.
I thought I had the biggest deck in the neighborhood, but maybe it's Michael.
He's slamming and jamming up.
I just got done putting 18 more on mine. 18 more feet.
It,
The other part was old and rotted. We got to fix that part too.
that sounds rough.
Yeah, you got to fix those rotted parts.
Yeah.
My eye.
When I pull out the weed and bushes.
You got to paint them every once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, anyway, you know, we're talking about the blackberries you got, right? The wild
Yeah.
blackberries. And you know, I got that stand like 5-10 minutes from my house in a walk. And she was talking about clipping them off like 18 inches, slap them in water,
Yeah.
and then, you know, propagate them.
Yeah.
I never did that, but
I'm thinking,
Randy can do that stuff with almost anything.
Yeah, honey, my grandmother can go off the side of the road and pick anything and make it grow. She has for years. She don't buy plants. She just goes and steals from nature.
That we got our garden.
Pretty much.
that's true. That is true. It lasts longer if you oil it right.
Okay.
Yeah, we just put a whole bunch of new stuff on our deck. My deck. And
Do nothing.
Randy, we got a bunch of other stuff we got to put on there too.
Now I'm sweating.
Holy too, Jesus.
Listen, Linda.
It all started with Bomber Steve and the freaking.
I was going to say, I think Bomber Steve's talking about dirty stuff.
He's an instigator. My mind's already dirty. I don't need no help.
Bomber Steve and the kangaroos.
That's what was it about kangaroos?
Yeah, yeah. Like
I think you was talking about kangaroos.
Voonchild.
It was tomatoes.
Boone, I'm glad you said Boone's
German
name.
tomatoes got it started because it was talking about semi-tomatoes.
Boone, we have some freaking plants that we're supposed to beat up to give you.
Yes.
What was it? What was it? Broccoli, Brussels sprouts. You got to. I think it's Brussels sprouts.
Yes,
Right?
Brussels sprouts. Broccoli,
Yes,
and
but we
something
have
else.
some that you're
Yeah.
supposed to get somehow or another.
What's up, Robbie? Doing
Hi,
all right.
Robbie. I'm Bob.
Chef Rob. What's up?
No, Robbie.
Came back from, well, don't say. He just came back from his chefing job. That's Roscoe, the whiner.
Hey, Roscoe. Is it Roscoe? Coltrane? He's zoned out again.
Yeah, he's ready. Jules.
Live.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love it. That's pretty funny.
A lot bigger than this guy.
I think once we could just see and entertain ourselves when the chat goes down.
We had a big deck competition now.
You make me hook up a lot.
Robbie,
You just
I had dozens of raspberries in my old house that dug out in my old yard from the neighbor's shoots up in my yard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know they have yellow. You muted yours.
Sounds like a freak.
What'd you
I
mute
didn't-
him for?
I didn't mute him. He did himself, bub.
I don't know. He's going into the Twilight Zone.
I can't. He did it. See,
Oh, okay.
you can just spam the button. He did it himself.
They have yellow raspberries.
If only you was up here, Boone.
I'm telling you. Come on up. Did you copy and paste?
I've been pasting it in there, but I only got 3
Oh.
people up here. You know,
Actually, we
Jules will be
only
the only
have-
bite take the bait. Oh,
Yeah, we were trying to get a bunch of people up here.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Categories is there a category for the biggest tomato or the biggest pumpkin? Is there a category? I
is
don't
there?
know.
There's, well, maybe there might be.
Might be for the biggest deck.
I
You
think
never
what's
know.
happening in our challenges is it once a month?
Yeah. I
You
think.
talking about the gladiator thing?
I think that's how they're going to do stuff. CJ was asking, is there a category? There's not.
I don't think so.
There's teams and total weights and stuff, and then there's things called challenges.
There's challenges. I think the only one that's mandatory now is just growing in a container, but I don't think there's a category for that yet.
Yeah. Robert said not yet.
Well, there's the growing in a container, and then you have to start your seeds out of the bottom of a peat pot, and you also have to grow tomatoes upside down in a 5-gallon bucket, but only post those videos on Tuesdays, and that's the 3rd Tuesday of the month. And if you can't follow those rules, it's okay because they'll change.
We're all adults. I think we can start following rules and stop
It
making
said,
stuff so complicated. But
Sorry.
Writing
we're
account
going
will
to
be
follow the
dropped
rules, even
as
though
we
it's been
go
hard.
on. Yeah, because we can read.
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit. I can read.
We're going to try to do it.
I don't know. Sometimes following rules is hard on my seats.
Now, Robert dropped.
Oh, look at there. Looky.
Ta-da.
All our North Carolina peeps.
Hey,
That's
let's get-
there.
Robert should come up here if that's where the conversation's going. I mean, he doesn't get on screen, but he. Hey, Boone.
Hi.
Boone,
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Boone,
I'm
Boone,
good.
Can't
Huh?
go.
I said join the crazies up on panel.
Would you say I can't grow?
You know I have a big
Thank-
pepper.
I saw. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I
You
saw
know
your
big
pepper.
pepper?
I saw your pepper. It was fantastic.
Well, I hope it was maintained.
I don't know what she's talking about.
You put me in that video, and I got in trouble for it. You know that.
Uh-oh.
So some of y'all are wondering what we're talking about as far as that seed box goes. Naturally NC from North Carolina, or Naturally NC, they're in North Carolina. Chris and Dee sent us a box, and it's,
Seats. Yeah.
it is the seed. It's a seed challenge, and I can't remember what. I'll have to look at the channel because it's been a while.
Yeah.
It took them a while to
Hello,
send
our
it out,
cabin in the woods.
and they put some personal stuff in it for us. But anyway, it is a boatload of seed. It's
Yes.
almost as big as the prize in Shed Wars
I think
almost.
I get it.
It's pretty huge, but we just have got it, and it's supposed to be going around. We're supposed to pick somebody because they had it for a while. I think Dee said they had some trouble getting it out because they only did stuff on Saturdays, and it took them quite a few Saturdays because they had I think they had C19 and some other trouble coming up. So we ain't mad at them. So what we're going to do is, since we just got the box maybe a week ago, we figured while it's here, she wanted some other NC channels to do it. So what better way than this? I'll do it at the same time.
Oh, this is not the box I thought we were talking about.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about a different one too.
I don't know. We're lost then.
Yeah.
This is for North Carolina. This is just
No.
North Carolina.
No, this goes everywhere. But when it came to North Carolina, she wanted to stay in North Carolina because she put 2 personal things in for us, and then
Yeah.
we was just going to pick another channel.
Oh.
So we figured while it was here, we could pick anybody.
If you guys
and,
needed anything.
yeah, you take
Yeah.
what you need out and put what you
Good. Yes, that's.
want to back in. But there's a lot of stuff in here, so we just figured while we was here, they had it for a while. We'd go ahead and run through quite a few channels while we had it, and then ship it off to whoever
Yep.
else
Wants it.
wants
Why
it.
don't we go? Let's see. I'm doing it wrong.
What are you
You
doing?
give it to Boone.
Okay.
Boone gives it to me. I give it back to you, and then you give it to Yellow House.
Okay.
So what I
Yellow
mean,
House on the Hill. Are y'all still in here? Or Lazy Acres? Oh, I bet your family ditched you after you.
I know. I done messed the names up. Lazy
Like, we ain't
Acres.
kidding her. We're gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'll get in touch with them. I think they just I asked them to put an email up anyway, so we could get in touch with them. So we will see if they will. But it don't have to be in North Carolina. We'll ship it to anybody else once we're
Yeah.
done
It
with
don't
it.
matter.
We're not taking anything out of it. She
We
sent
just
some
did. I got some sweet
potato
slips
slips and some comfrey seeds. I think there's like 6. Other
Is there
than
any cucamelons in it?
What just happened?
that, I don't know. Marty's casting.
Oh my God! Hold on, y'all.
It's all right. We have there's what is my cucumbers. We have cucumbers.
Yeah, I don't know what a cucamelon is.
Well,
Marley likes to watch Cocomelon.
that's what you said in the live. Was the cucumber whatever you said in the live when you screwed
Cocomelons.
up in
Oh
the,
God! Can y'all?
Cucamelons.
Yes.
Yeah.
that's what you said.
Sorry, Marley was trying to cast to
Marley's
the dang
trying to cast
TV,
from the
so
phone.
the
We have a
whole TV
2-year-old.
went black.
She likes to
for a
cast over
second.
here on her TV.
Jamaica. Let's see.
And your kids are smart. They know how to do stuff. They'll mess with you. She'll cast on her TV. Sometimes her grandpa will be in there, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, she'll be watching something and just cast to his TV and wake him up. Lots of fun. Anyway, so yeah, any
See, they're
state,
still here.
any
They love
state
me
after
still.
that, we don't care where we ship it to. So if you need seed and you want to be part of the seed challenge,
Just
there's
let
a
us know.
lot of stuff in here. I'm not going to tell you everything. You can watch the video and see us go through it. But we will do that if you want to do that. We'll run it through that way. If that's how y'all want to,
Yeah.
we will do it.
No
Just
worries.
if you still want those Brussels sprouts, Boone, they're root bound and probably.
hey, you know,
Oh,
actually, if that's okay with you guys.
I'm
If we
fine.
did it that way, when I brought it back to you, I could bring those elderberry starts.
Yes.
I'm good with it. However you wanna do it.
Yes. That would work.
How do you want to do those Brussels sprouts?
Huh?
How
So-
do you want to do the Brussels sprouts?
Well, it'd probably be better just to, like he's going to do the elderberry, just give them to you. I don't think we'll be able to ship them.
I don't know if I can ship them or
Yeah.
not. I can meet you.
You want to just yeah, we can just email. We talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that far.
No, and
Okay.
we can, let's see. I'm trying to think of what day would probably be best.
Yeah, we'll figure it
Whenever.
out. But there's a lot of stuff in here. We're not going to go through it, but we are going to make a video.
Yeah.
And anybody else in the chat, you don't have to be an NC, but if you're,
Won't
we're
it?
going to try to
Just let
run
us
it.
know.
She wanted it to run through NC channels. It didn't have to stay here. It didn't come from NC. They just had it for a little while because they had some trouble and they got sick and stuff. So we figured since the box has been still for a while, we do have a lot of channels that we can access right here pretty quick. And that
Yeah.
box, that way, and it'll be better for the box because
Yeah.
we're going to put a boatload of stuff in. We're not really taking nothing from it.
Yeah.
We did talk to her and kind of
and the
put some
comfrey.
personal stuff in there to swap back and forth. But as far as the actual load, we're not taking nothing out because we have
Hello.
pretty much what we need. But there is a boatload of stuff in there that you guys could get, and then
That's my brother, by the way.
put in take out what you want, put in what you want, ship it off. So we'll run through the North Carolina channels and get it built up pretty fast since it was stuck in one place for a while. And then if anybody else wants it, watch the videos, make a comment. We'll tell you where it's going next. Follow along and put your name in there and get in on the seed spot because it's going to be going all season long.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hello, Unpaved.
Hi, I'm paved.
We were talking about the other day, the barter system. I like that.
Yeah.
I try to work with a lot.
Yeah. So, and here we're a lot that's going on here a lot too. You can get feed for boosters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of people is working on getting back to the barter system.
Love you too. That's my brother and sister. Let's see.
Hey, I thought they was leaving. I was like, what? We didn't even know you was in here. So yes, that's
Be good.
that's going to be coming up. Like half of our people's already left already, but we're going to make sure we put
bok
get a
choy and
description for that.
beets
That'd
to
be a
make
lot
it
of
through
fun.
winter. That's awesome.
That box looks pretty heavy. It's a lot. It looks like a lot in there.
Yeah. Where'd I put it?
It was.
Here
It is. I think the biggest part of it was those sweet potato things. But if you
Yeah,
take that out,
let's see. There's slips.
did you just push my?
I did get that.
Push my head back off the
Get
top?
back,
Is there-
Zach, off top of your hand.
You spot me like a flower.
I'm sorry. Let's see there.
Yeah, there's a
Hey, wait, our
like when they put seed in
Hold on.
here, like it's harvested seed, and there's also store bought. But I mean, let's see what it is.
I'm not sure.
This is rainbow broccoli, but look, I mean, there's
And
quarter pounds, whole pounds, half
Wow.
pound, and
There's
it's all
okra.
labeled. So, I mean,
More
if each
okra.
person took 10 or 50 seed out of this, it's going to go a
Yeah.
long
Oh,
way.
no, those
There's
are radishes and okra.
most of it's bulk. There is some bulk stuff in here, like crap loads of bulk stuff in here.
Yeah, like a bunch of seeds.
Like, but there's also bulk bags in here. Britain Farm Homestead's probably got 2 and 3 pounds of
Brussels sprouts,
okra,
I think. Oh, yeah, it's okra
all
and
kind of
radish.
stuff in
Yeah,
big old bulk bags.
That's
So
a
there's
whole
a lot
lot.
of stuff to go through.
yeah,
Cold
and
weather.
flour. Yeah,
There's flowers, cold weather crops, warm crops, and also some pretty rare looking flowers. That's pretty cool. But we're booked, so we just want everybody to get something out of it because there's a lot of good stuff in there, and it can go anywhere. So it'd be a lot of fun, and for the U.S. anyway.
yes.
And we'll do the channel. We're crappy YouTubers. It's been so long. I don't know. We've been through like 4 seed swaps and seed challenges. I do know it's coming from Natural NC,
Yeah,
but they didn't start it. I don't know. I'll have to look and see.
guys, amazing stuff.
Yes, it is. Who's talking about cherry pie? We're getting on food now.
No, they were talking about seeds, but cherry pie is really good
Yes,
to eat. I was thinking about the stuff you eat.
we'll
Cherry
send you
pie
some,
is
Craig.
really
We'll send you some strawberry dinner.
I haven't made a cherry pie in forever. I make my hubby cherry pies and blueberry pies. I can't eat them, but he can.
I'm coming to eat. Boom town. I'm coming.
Wiggershire, that's another channel that can get in there in North Carolina. They're close to us.
Come on over. You more than welcome. What do we eat? No, we had McDonald's.
What did we fix last time y'all was over here?
I was
we
so
ate
tired
something.
today after doing roads and doing all. I was like, I'm not cooking. We cooked a big breakfast.
No, last time they come, they brought pulled pork. They they had barbecue from
We went to their house.
well, this last time. This was
Yeah,
the last
and then
time
we
they
had-
came over.
Chicken. Anyway, we're all gonna have a big cookout this summer whenever we can get together.
Yeah. So Wickershire, I mentioned you to the Any North Carolina channel, like wow, it's good. If y'all want to be a part of it after we get it back, let us know.
Yes.
Because after that, it's going somewhere else out of North Carolina. So everybody in here that wants to be part of that while it's still here, let us know when we get it back from
Yes.
these 2 guys up on the panel. We'll send it to you, or you can get it when we're done. Either way,
Happy
let
birthday,
us know.
March 23rd, Wickershire.
March 23rd.
Happy birthday, 3 days early.
Mine's on Thursday.
Happy birthday, Boo!
Thank you. Thank you.
You going to live stream and celebrate? You're going to celebrate?
Oh, no. I'm
We'll
not.
get it back.
No.
We know.
I'm too lonely. I can't do it one by myself. I just feel too weird. I need
Well, that's
people.
why you put your stringer thing out. We all come up with you. Be like a party.
That's right.
I can make a pretend cake, a fake
right.
cake.
We got room, Jeremy. We
We'll
got
have to
room.
bake you a cake.
My little one is going to make me a cake. She's going to make my birthday cake for me this year.
Oh,
Actually, she'll be the only one that's made me a birthday cake. My 7-year-old. I'm pretty excited because normally my husband, he's not a baker. He goes and he'll buy one or something. But my daughter is going to make me a cake this year. And she's going to use a recipe out of a book. She's not going to do a box cake. She's going to do it all from scratch. So I'm excited.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to post pictures then. Let us know how it turns out.
I will. I'll post them on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see. I make semi-homemade pies. Okay, so crust is my nemesis too. So any tips on the crust is greatly appreciated because I suck at it.
What do you use for crust for yours?
Usually just flour and I don't remember. Honestly, it's been so long since I've made a crust. But it usually ends up being too flaky and it falls apart.
For traditional, I usually use flour, like a cup and a half, ice water, and just mix it all up. And it's been some Crisco, some kind of Crisco, and it works pretty good. It was my mom. I make it like my mom did when she used to bake.
You can eat cake too?
Oh, no, I can't eat it myself. When I make pies for my sister or my family, I have to make traditional. If I made a keto for my sister, she would kick my butt. She wouldn't even let me in the house. No, everything's got to be traditional for my sister and my family. Keto I make for myself, but my husband will
Then we're
eat
getting
it.
casted on again. I'm getting ready to get into that.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Marley,
Got a cat.
casting on us again. Yeah, Bobby's going to go take the phone from her. That's not going to be good.
Thank you, Raven Cat.
I know that your birthday Thursday. You're gonna eat cake.
I will.
Okay.
I will eat cake. Well, it won't be it'll be a keto cake because she'll just use well, actually I don't know. It might have to be traditional because she's not used to making keto stuff. She wants to do it all by herself, so I'm gonna have to probably just eat whatever she makes me. I don't want to hurt her feelings. You know
I
what I mean?
would. It wouldn't matter. I would eat it. I would.
No,
It'd be
I'm
good
gonna have
anyway.
to because she's doing everything by herself. I mean, she's gonna look for the recipe and she's gonna bake it. I mean, I'll probably put it in the oven for her, but if she does it traditional, I will eat it. I'm not gonna, make a
Absolutely.
big
That'd
deal
be
of
the
it.
best cake ever anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would just be awful if I did that to her, and it only takes like 7 days to get yourself back into keto once you eat something that's not keto. So it's not too bad. I mean, keto is it's like a roller coaster and it's very forgiving. So, but yeah, I'm not going to make her make a keto cake. I'm going to let her do her own thing,
Aw.
Hey,
I'm
Hatchet,
excited.
coming in.
So let me ask you this, because Dad, he's pretty good with his diabetes and getting the type 2 under control. Is keto a good way to go for type 2, like for diabetics and trying to that are starting off with trying?
I think a low carb. I mean, you seriously need to work with talk to your doctor because keto is one of those controversial things. With the cardiovascular issues and things like that. But my doctor, I just did a full panel and everything was great. She's very supportive, but it just depends on what's going on. My birth father is diabetic and he does just low carb.
Yeah.
And he keeps the carbs low and he's done very well for several years. I mean, my dad's in his 70s and he looks like he's in his 50s.
Oh,
my
wow.
dad looks really young.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I would start with low carb. I wouldn't go straight to keto. I would definitely do a low carb. I mean, especially if you love your vegetables, and if you love fruit, I miss fruit most of all, but I'll eat it again eventually. I'm just trying to get down some weight. My father is diabetic and it's all preventive for me. I just don't want to follow in the same footsteps.
Right.
I don't know if I ever would. I mean, I'm not diabetic, but it's in my family. So, there's always a chance. So whatever I can do just to, prevent it.
William's that way. On his dad's side, everybody over all the men in the family are like really bad sugar diabetic. So I have to watch him and his intake of sugar and things like that and have to have his sugar checked at his yearly appointments to make sure he's not headed that way. But they said the same thing. Just, maintain your weight, watch your weight. Don't overindulge in the sweets, but actually just for him to watch his weight and exercise more because he's 17 and he's hit that lazy streak where he won't do anything. So,
right.
Yeah. Except for ride a dirt bike, that's about it. So.
No, I think it's good to have your proteins, carbs, a little bit of fat, but with keto, it's always changing. It's kind of a headache sometimes. You always have to change it. I've lost 30, well, actually, I don't know how much I've lost now, but over the past year, it was 34 pounds. And sometimes it goes up and down and you have to change it constantly. You have to either up your proteins, lower your fat, or up your fat, lower it, but you got to keep those carbs extremely low. Which
your vitamins stay good, like your levels in your body.
My levels were fantastic. I just had my panel done. I think the only thing my doctor suggested was take some vitamin D. So
yeah,
and she said something to me
a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What are you doing messing with stuff?
Hello, Heritage Heart Homestead.
Hello. I just read Craig, he has a trip this evening talking about roasting Italian buns or roasting stuff between Italian buns. What is going on? Oh, now you're making me sick trying to follow the font, everything. Oh, man. Sorry. Oh, roast beef. Roast beef between Italian buns. I got it now. Let's see. In the house.
I didn't even eat. Did you all eat your dinner already? I haven't eaten dinner tonight.
We ate earlier. When I went to get William, we stopped by McDonald's. Like I said, I was
Nasty
just
girl.
tired. It was disgusting though, because I can feel it now, and my whole body's like, I hate you. McDonald's is the worst. It really is bad. Like it just sexier and socks on a rooster, baby.
Sexier and socks on the rooster.
I was just gonna say that's sexy.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the new sticker I'm working.
He's working on it. We got it on the t-shirt, but when he got it on there and it did against the black, it had some holidays and some spots that didn't go through for the graphic part. So he's got to work on
Yeah,
that.
because it's all freehand. So there's little in the white. I was using white, and there's some erase spots in it. So I got holidays. We call holidays when I was doing tattoos. That's little blemishes or spots left out. But
Yes.
anyway, I'm still
But
working
that's
on
our
it.
design for our new shirt is sexier and socks on rooster.
That's cool. I like that.
Let's see, how many Americans are vitamin D negative? I'm not sure, but if I'm guessing, I would say quite a bit because a lot of the people that I talk to, and especially the people that are that have fibromyalgia or any other things that, like I do, they are a lot vitamin D deficient.
I don't really know why I am because I'm out in the garden all the time. I was out there all evening tonight and just the sun was still out when I was out there, but I'm out there all the time. And you guys, you're everyone that has gardens, you're out there all the time. You've got to prune, you've got to water. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know why, because I'm outside every day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So am I. I got sunburnt today. I'm like, I'm out in the sun like all the time, but I think I don't know. Just I guess it's the way our bodies absorb it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Let's see. Lucky Luke, hello. I'm getting
I'm
caught up
still
here.
a fat kid, and I work in the garden outside every day, all day.
Actually, he lost quite a bit of weight, and I will say that helped the type 2 diabetes a lot. He's went from
Careful
You
now, I'm
lost-
gonna post the rooster back over the 6 is.
you've lost like 4 pant sizes in like the last thing.
But I
Jules,
also
That's
you're
pretty
got-
awesome.
There,
he's not. He's still back in. Look, he's in
he's
his
in
own.
La La Land. You hear me
Thank
say
you. Never enough time.
I saw Lucky Luke. I was thinking about the vitamin D thing and about eggs.
it? About
I love
what?
eggs.
Eggs?
So the way we do them when we store them in that video is pretty awesome. I do recommend scrambling them though, because there's not like much you can.
Yeah,
just-
because they separate quite
they
a bit
do.
when they
The
freeze.
texture does
Yeah.
change. Rick's right. From Lola.
He's not talking about eggs and
I was talking about
Oh,
when
you
we
went on
did
a
make the
tangent.
video. I went
Gotcha.
off on the eggs.
okay.
We do, but I was talking about the
Our
video
bubble
first.
Speaking of eggs, I just had quail eggs for the first time this week. They were
How were
pretty
they?
good.
Were
They
they?
were good. Yeah, I liked them.
No, going back to the vitamin D thing.
Yeah.
Two eggs and a glass of milk, like milk, real milk, cow milk.
I can't drink milk.
I can't either, but I'm just let me. Can I finish? So 2 eggs and a glass of milk. That is like on a wheel of nutrients, including micronutrients. It's almost flush. There's only a few things missing. Now I know you can have milk. Maybe you can have that lactate or whatever. And I don't know if that makes a difference if it's lactate or whole milk.
I have no idea. I drink.
But can I finish?
No,
Trying to
I'm
help you.
kidding.
You're
I'm
missing,
listening.
you're missing D. You need some D. So what happens is if you did that once a week, you probably would fix that over time.
Hmm.
Because if
Thank
you're getting outside, you need it from a natural source, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just outside, but I mean like
Right.
not you gotta have meat, lots of meat. Right? Fish,
Right.
eggs, that So I'm just trying to think in terms of keto. So like once a week, maybe 2 eggs and a glass of milk, and maybe over time that would fix it.
I wonder if maybe because I forgot to tell my doctor that I have been eating less meat and doing more vegetables, like vegan keto. So I might have just done this to myself. So
That's your answer. That's your
You're
answer.
right.
Yeah.
That's your
Now that
answer.
I'm thinking about it, yeah, because I
That's
normally
your
eat a lot of eggs, but lately it's just, I don't know. I've just been trying to I was just eating more vegetables.
If the Lord wanted you to be a vegan, he wouldn't give you teeth and the ability to think and kill animals.
Let's see.
And cook them.
More Sunny D.
And cook them.
Did we go to Family Farm? I didn't
yes,
see
we
him
did.
come in.
Kid Family Farm. For everybody new in here, for the people up on the panel, we give
Right.
everybody what we're all like family. We give everybody what for. We're not.
Yeah.
We're just.
We're
we
not.
mess it.
Yes. Let's see.
Oh, somebody giving me a hard time giving her a hard time.
No.
No.
Let's see.
I've known Boone since she was 22. She's about to turn 25.
She took
That's
the-
right. I am going to turn 25.
She had
Look, you got it
kids.
mixed up with the oyster. She cooked the egg. She ate the oyster raw. She said duck eggs, and Lucky Luke was like, not duck eggs. She's like, no, I cooked.
Ooh.
Duck egg sounds good. I've
Yeah.
heard they're really.
But trust me, Jane, if
really
you can do that
rich.
great big nasty oyster, you should be able to do the egg, no problem.
No oysters here.
Listen, when I was a kid, we used to do that on the bag. It's no problem. But when they're that big and hanging out of your mouth,
One of them was so big, you
and you're
had to,
gagging while you're trying to choke it down, that's not.
shut your mouth.
Yeah, I see Robert, I see on that cholesterol, there's a minority.
Can you imagine Bobby G?
Well, I mean, depends what done
It, well, listen, when John did it, it looked like another man's tongue hanging out of his mouth. It had pores and stuff on it. Like,
Hey, you gotta give him massive respect for that.
you gotta be.
You really
I'll tell
did.
you, I used to do it when I was a kid. A big one like that, there's no way I could do it.
Oh.
No,
He
no,
did
no,
good. It was funny as heck, though. He
Oh.
did good.
Hey, James was awesome. She just manned right through.
No, there ain't no, even with a small, we grew up on the East Coast, even with the small one, when you get to that gag, you got to go. It ain't
Yeah,
coming, it ain't coming back out.
Yeah.
And that dude had like a biggest snot ball I've ever seen in my life. I mean, Jesus.
You see, when I was a kid, I loved it. We would put hot sauce and stuff in it, but the part of where it gets hung here and it ain't coming back up, so it's pretty rough.
we usually were partaking, shot of this, a shot of that, shot this, and there goes the oyster. So,
I think I would need a shot to do one of those. Maybe a few of them.
man, you need a fifth. The relative size, he would have to shoot down a fifth and then suck down that big snot ball.
Yeah.
That thing, when it hits
Oh,
back
you
there,
fucking know it's not.
To be honest, though,
you talk about gagging, you got to go, man.
Yeah.
You just got to keep on sucking.
Awesome.
they are awesome, but once it gets stuck there and it's that big, it's not. It ain't that enjoyable.
So are you just swallowing it, or are you chewing on it at all? It's like you're just
It's.
Oh, go ahead, Michael.
I don't know how to explain it. It's not the small ones ain't that bad, Boone. It's.
You just open your throat. And
Yeah,
Let
it's,
them go down.
That's what Nikki said. It's right down your throat hole.
No, one or two. No. You do. I mean, once you get rolling, you just suck it down. You don't nibble. if you want a little bit of this, just chop it a couple times. Release the juices, and then you suck it down.
Oh, you don't have to
I do it, you run.
Oh,
Mighty.
What you made me do?
Oh, my God.
God. Oh.
I think I'm gonna have to end it on that.
It is PG. I was talking about eating oysters. I mean, literally, that's how you do it. But
Yeah.
And for anybody that ain't never ate a ramen, that's exactly what it tastes like.
Yes,
It's
it's a
not.
big snot, oh Lord. Uh-oh.
But yeah, I really did
I
love
get
it.
it.
When I was a kid.
wait a second. No chewing at all. It shoots all over your mouth. I don't know.
I don't know what is going
If
on.
you only knew. Package Charts knew. They have no idea what they stumbled upon with.
I'm trying to be serious. I can't.
And you never know because we draw them, we attract them, so you never know what you're going to see in the chat room.
Oh.
It's all
oh
good.
Lord,
man.
that hurt. That hurt.
And I've been digging in the garden all night long. I'm gonna wake up with a sore back, and now my ribs is gonna be.
I've been lifting up. I've been moving beds with the dolly all afternoon.
Being out
Got a
of-
good workout though.
Yeah.
I'm sure my back will be hurting in the morning. Cause they're heavy
Why
suckers.
was not that bad?
Look, I ain't going to say nothing. This dude's getting.
Yeah, we just get rid of them all.
Oh me. Anyway, I might have to employ that dude. I'm gonna pay him by the hour.
It's a night bot.
Yeah, Nightbot.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
yeah, I loved them though. We had them fried and everything. I really did love them, but
Thank you, baby.
man, I thought I was going to ask for it. And then when I seen John and Jan do it, I was like,
Those things look rough.
but the Frank and Tina one was pretty awesome. I really did like that. That was a pretty good one when he ate his.
Who, Frank?
Frank and Tina.
Oh man.
I ain't gonna talk about it. You just go watch it. It's pretty good. However,
I think John is funniest though.
if you want to watch his best one is the other night he was in a loud talking,
What
and
was
we
he
got
in
him
the
talking
cryo
about
chamber?
he got attacked by a billy goat. Frank and Tina. Frank is big. Frank's a big old dude, and this billy goat would not leave him alone. Y'all got to watch it. It's really
It really was.
because eventually he's telling the people while he's holding the goat by one horn. He was going, y'all, I'm tired. I can't mess with him no more. I'm about to shoot your goat. Oh, you were serious the whole time, too.
Oh, Lord, I gotta go get some goats.
Anyway, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh Lord, yeah, you go right on ahead.
Lucky Luke, make sure you get a video of them.
Yes.
Tons of fun. Thank you, man. We appreciate you coming in. We try to catch yours as much as we can. You know how it is, though. We set that alarm clock for around 5 or 6 because you're in Australia, but we're up for Silhouette Park Farm.
That's not
So-
tomorrow.
No, I said we're normally
Oh.
up in the morning for them
Try to
anyway.
be.
On the they send a bunch of stuff out. We're members of the channel, so
We try to be up. Listen,
Anyway.
sometimes Marley
we do miss a lot of our Aussie friends though because
has a crazy sleep schedule,
I've got some
and
schedules.
yes, all of us are Team Will It Grow. Bill,
For the most part,
no, we all.
Bobby's
are.
family, they're no, not
Sorry,
everybody
I'm
in
sorry.
here. No, team. Let's see, the Woodchucks is
Lazy Acres is Team
Lazy
Woodcutter.
Acres is Team Woodcutter.
I think they're talking about on the panel.
Oh yes, everybody in the panel is.
Everybody on the panel is Team Will It
Yeah.
Grow. Yeah. Yep. Y'all, we have been on here 2 hours and a half.
Yeah, we're almost gonna beat our record on the 3-hour.
I know, and it's been crazy up and down.
Yes, he was. I'm telling you, it's a good video though. It's a lot of fun.
But we are normally PG. We just get tickled sometimes.
Yeah, we try.
That was PG.
Yeah.
And hey,
Parental
all it
guidance.
is, we are missing somebody. I'm gonna have to go look in our bin and see if Nightbot put him in there or somebody put him in there because
Yeah, we got to go check all our teams now.
you know we talk about, don't you, Jules?
Drops is not in
Drops
here.
ain't here. He might be in the block man.
See, I think this is the very first live that he's not been in.
Drops is our
actually.
only troll, I think. We love him to death, but
He's in
anyway,
all of our lives.
yeah. We have to go release him from the block man once in a while. We're gonna have to do it a lot more with Nightbot working.
Nightbot's going to block all our blame
North
people.
Carolina Hill Country.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in.
We're always crazy.
Yeah, we always do.
Maybe not this crazy, but listen, I'm gonna have to
Crazier
invite you two
sometimes.
back up on the panel a lot because we got to get this Carolina thing going.
Yeah, we got to.
Wait till we're in the backyard and y'all are all here. We'll have a keto friendly
We'll
barbecue.
text more about the Carolina thing, Jules.
Boom. I don't know.
If you got meat, everything's cool.
That's how we're gonna win anyway. That's,
Shut up, Boom.
look at Jules' face right now. Look at Jules. I wish I'd had a snippet that was private.
Carmela, no. She got broken, Carmela.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Jules looked like Mikey that had that.
That
Craig, anytime going out on a cross whatever country expedition, stopping North
We
Carolina.
frozen? Did we?
Did we freeze? No, Boone did.
Oh, boom.
When
I
we
Frozen.
freeze,
You're not
Listen.
frozen.
listen, when we're on here, I always get frozen in the most weirdest position. Usually, it's like
Yeah. Our thumbnails is always crazy or stupid
what?
position.
What's going on?
hey, I gotta tell you.
You'll be like, hey, what's this thumbnail about? We look like we need to be put in a home.
I got to tell you a funny story, man. Who said North Kakalaki?
I did.
We say it over.
I did. You told me the story about it. It comes from Phil saying.
I hear you, Bomber Steve.
Pretty interesting. Tell them the story. It's pretty cool.
You have to mean everything is fine. I don't disagree with that. I mean, I prefer.
Homesteaders have tons of meat. Steve.
Yeah, I was going to bring up a fast food chain known as Taco Bell, but I'm going to let that one go since it's PG.
Oh God!
Always
what's
is.
wrong with Taco Bell? Never mind. Tacos.
I was going to say I prefer tacos, but that's okay.
Really, Bobby? It's a family channel.
I didn't want people to misunderstand what I meant.
Listen, I figured out today what cake means, and I didn't. I thought that was
Okay,
good
y'all, we're
too,
stopping
so-
live right now.
All right, let's get back to the story. This is funny.
Okay,
Okay.
really.
So my 10-year-old daughter, was she 10 or 12? She was 12. She turned 12. And we did a Disney trip, park hopper thing, Passy. And she was walking under that tunnel. I think it's at the Winter Park, the water park thing. And she steps in something and it gets on her foot. And she's, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And she showed me her foot. And it's like, huh. So we went over to one of those little low riding river and got her foot washed off. She was convinced it was a baby's diaper, which it was. I know it was. But I told her, I says, no, sweetie, that's somebody's ice cream sandwich, That's all that was. It was an ice cream sandwich. But she did somebody's soiled diaper had fallen out and she stepped in it. And
Oh God!
rubbed it out with the beach sand. And then put it in the water that's running by the lazy river. Get it cleaned up.
People can overlook out here, Jules. We are the Tar Heel State.
So later that night, can you cuss on here? Because I know Bobby did earlier. Just
Not real bad words.
one word.
Yeah.
She's 12 years old, so I'm driving the car and they're all in the back, and I'm just trying to, chit chat with the kids, keep everything interesting while we're going to the restaurant. And I said, so where did North Kakalaki come from anyway? And my youngest girl, who just turned 12, just stepped in that baby diaper. She says, I don't know. All I know is I stepped in baby shit today.
And that's the story of the North Kakalaki. That's the real origination.
That girl is so matter of fact, man. One time,
I have
Yeah.
good words.
Jackie Mud Pie was a neighbor's dog, little puppy. All little kids love this puppy. At this point, Laney's about 6 years old. His sister's about 11. And so Jackie Mud Pie got out. We had an APB. Everybody's looking for Jackie Mud Pie. Then somehow we end up in the car. And there's an intersection over here. It's pretty busy. And Emma was in the car. The dog's owner was in the car, and they're in the back seat. My 3 kids and Emma are in the back seat. And Taylor, my oldest girl, says, so did y'all get Jackie Mud Pie back home? And Emma starts bawling and crying. No, it got hit up here at the corner we're going to, And Taylor's, oh no, and she's crying. My son's crying. He's 9. So the 2 11-year-olds and 9-year-olds, they're just bawling and tearing. And the 6-year-old lady, she says, was it flat? Yeah, we raised a sociopath.
I got a funny story. My twins, we were living in Virginia and we were in the backyard playing, and my Raimi takes a bucket and traps a bee under it. And then she goes to lift it. I say, don't lift it. It's going to sting you. So she calls her twin, Gabby. She goes, Gabby, come here. Come and lift this bucket. And of course, Gabby comes and lifts the bucket and then he gets out. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she just did that. It was so funny. Little deviant.
Danger.
Yeah.
You go get stung. I ain't trying to do it.
She did. She's like, come here, lift this bucket, Gabby. Okay. She comes running. They were just little though, but it was funny. Yeah, it was super
So I
funny.
guess it's my turn in because I have the 2-year-old. Y'all know how Marty is. We're in life school and you have a teacher in the top left-hand corner, microphone. I have the kids, Bobby's going to work, and Hendrix is pretty smart, so his homework is kind of advanced. And they were talking about shapes, but shapes that the kids in high school is learning. Hendrix is doing this stuff. Well, I don't even know the shape they're talking about because I come in and he was like, hey, come here and check this out. Because I go in between the rooms, Hendrix is here, and Marty's crazy in and out, so I'm usually chasing her. I come back in, I look at the shape, and the teacher comes into the private room, and her camera comes up, and she's like, so which one's your favorite shape? And Marty lives with boys, so that's, he takes the microphone, Marty comes in the door and goes, D's nuts. She said, I don't know who that was, but that's not one of those shapes. We do have balls. Hendrix never said nothing. He said, I didn't say that. That was my sister. Because they have a good game of that going on.
Oh.
She picked up on it.
Yes, she does. She says it at the most opportune times, like when we're in the drive-through somewhere or
Right through.
somebody on the
Yeah.
phone.
Sometimes it's thanks, Sonny, and then it's these nuts or
I had
something.
a neighbor put the doggy doo-doo pail in the corner of the yard. Tagged on it.
Thanks, you'd say. I'm
yes.
sweating and crying. My ribs are hurting. from
Hendrix is
I'll be
one of
right,
those
I'll be
kids,
right back.
if you say it, you better not take him around people because he will repeat it. He does not care.
Yep, and they
At
call you
all.
out and say, well, you said it. Remember.
It's like, Mom said it. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. He was dealing with some bullies, and I told him, and I was like, they were just being jerks to you. Well,
Maybe they're
next
jerk
thing you
mothers,
know, he's hollering through the whole neighborhood. He said, my mom said you were a jerk. And I was like, I didn't say
Your
that.
mom said you guys were jerks.
I was like, and I was trying to teach him a lesson. That, and they're older kids, so they don't want to tag along for a 6-year-old to tag along with them. It's not cool, which is, I understand, but it's like, they don't play with me. I said, well, don't beg people to play with you like that. Just, do your own thing. But
Yeah, his bicycle just ain't as slow, and we got to put training wheels on the 50.
that's right here.
So he can't keep up with him yet, so
Yeah.
he gets pretty aggravated.
What is wrong with everybody?
But
Why would they do
Ooh.
Oh God! Could you imagine it got on her wheelchair wheels and got in the house?
you have a spot every so many feet of.
God.
What happened to Jules?
He said, I'm out. He had to leave for a little bit.
We have I keep my kids at home schooling right now, and when they're interactive with the class, they can hear you, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Well, my daughter got frustrated and she said, my teacher's so stupid. I'm like, don't say that. She's not stupid, blah blah blah. Well, I got a text a few minutes later. Remind your children that they're being, recorded, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, Bella, you have got to be positive in front of that camera, even if you're frustrated. So
it's hard.
It is. Because even when they're not, she thought that the teacher wasn't there.
Yeah.
They're on a break, but I'm trying to explain to her, they can still hear and see what you're doing, even if you're on a break.
Yeah.
So for hours, because Hendrix does the same thing too, we got an external microphone that actually has a mute button on it. And that way, when we're in class and they're running off of that, we can mute it and they
Yeah,
can't plug
we
into
have
it
our
and
own
cut it
mute,
off.
so and it's red when we have it muted, and it's blue when the mic is on, because they can turn it on and listen whenever they
Yeah.
want to if you're logged in.
They do. We're using their computer system. I just got her a system, her own, but she doesn't want to use her good computer for her schoolwork. So we're still on the same thing. But ever since that incident, she has remained positive in front of that camera. I'm like, you're allowed to get frustrated. I said, but you're not allowed to say negative things about your teacher.
Yeah.
You know, and it was all over technical issues. I said, your teacher has nothing to do with these technical issues. I said, this is a new program to her, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
But she learned her lesson that day, and so did I. Yeah. I don't like getting those kind of text messages. Yeah.
I bet not.
Caribou, I enjoyed
Absolutely.
your live. I seen you was another victim of the Nunya mail thing.
Yes, the t-shirts.
Yeah. Oh, he got a garden in a bag and
Heck yeah,
shirts.
man.
And,
That's awesome.
Addison
I
got a
love to
shirt.
watch them in live. They give each other so much crap.
yeah.
Caribou and Jake.
Especially Nunya. If he catches you with the mail.
I feel that Heritage Heart. I feel like kids, even in public schools, I think they're asked. There's a lot asked of them.
Yeah. Hendrix gets frustrated too because he gets
They
really
really
frustrated.
do.
So, we just give
Kid
them a
family,
mic.
good night.
Good night.
Sam,
Have a
thank
good
you.
night.
Sorry,
Thank
we
you
know
for
it's been a
coming in
long
here.
one, but
Yes.
we get a little crazy.
But I
sometimes.
feel that way. I feel like as an adult, I don't have a complete control over my emotions.
Yeah,
So
so it'll say you
I
have
don't
complete
feel like
control
my
over your
6-year-old should. And teachers aren't that great all the time. And we should be able to be honest when a teacher is not doing the right thing.
Sometimes I feel like I got a 5-year-old when I'm walking with Bobby and she ain't feeling her emotions.
I'm
sometimes.
telling you, sometimes you just cry for no reason. Just a good thing about being home, I guess. Just
She'll cross her arms and stomp her foot.
oh, I hear you, Bubba. I don't cross my arms.
Hello, Caribou. Caribou Country Outdoors.
Yes.
That's one of your buddies, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, we was just in
Rick.
live with
Caribou, yes, from Jake from Nunya,
Yes.
Texas on the back
Yeah.
20.
he got mail rated by Nunya.
Yes.
Nunya sends you mail. He sends you. He has a boatload of seed at home, and he got frustrated and said he was just going to start sending people that made a comment on the video a garden in a bag.
Yes.
And
Well,
I
they
guess
had a lot of
people didn't
seeds.
believe him, I guess. But anyway, he was the victim of that garden in a bag. And Jake from Nunya Texas on the back 20 is a good channel. He's a great dude. So
That right there, that's why you should teach your kids just tables, basic math, the whole math, all that stuff is basically, we lost a lot of math teachers, like True Blue math teachers. My hat's
Yeah.
off. True Blue, and so that educationists have taken it over. They have degrees in education, not pure mathematics. So they come up with all this bullshit.
Yes.
Fact of the matter is, nothing was wrong with the system we had. It worked for over
Listen.
100 years, and then they come
Yeah.
up with this whole math shit to have kids have an easy way to do
Common
it.
Core math is the dumbest bunch of crock of crap I've ever had I've seen in my life.
It's not math for idiots; it's math taught by idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had
It actually is.
I've had younger folk look at me and say, "How'd you do that in your head?" And there's a
They don't
difference.
even know how to do
There's a difference between us and them. I'm telling you.
good night, Dan. Make sure you tell Kevin we said hey and
Absolutely.
bye.
Listen,
Good night. We
Good
we
love
night.
were
you.
talking about that the other day.
Good
I
night,
went
Chan.
and bought feed, and the lady in there, I've known her my whole life. I went to school with her son, and she was talking about how the generation now, she didn't have a calculator or computer. She counted back change out of 100. She was like, you know what's that? I said, yeah, that the younger generation can't do that. They don't know how to take an amount and count it back to you from the change and then make the ones and then make the fives and the 20s and things like that. They don't know how to do it. They're like bumfizzled in the grocery store when the thing breaks down. Like,
Hey.
oh God, what do I do?
Hey,
Oh,
hey, I was at a friend of mine's convenience store. I don't want to name names, but it's a person I know that owns a bunch of them. And I was at the store, and I forget the amounts, but let's say it's 18 and some change.
Mhm.
And I didn't want change in ones. I wanted a 5, you know. So
Yeah.
I gave them like 23 in the change. I get an even 5 back. They couldn't figure it out.
It's happened to me before.
Well, wait, it gets better than that. They couldn't figure it out, so I started explaining to them, right?
Yeah.
I was getting ready to walk out of that store with what I bought,
Yeah.
with also $23.87 of change.
Oh, wow.
And I stopped. I said, this is my friend's store. I said, no, this is what's going on. Just give me a $5 bill. But
Yeah.
they were that confused. They were actually going to give me
Yes.
the receipt amount, the change I wanted, and the stuff I bought, and just let me walk out the store with. I didn't get, I was like, are you kidding?
What?
This is how bad it is. They cannot. It's all about tables. I'm telling you. So whoever started this with what happened? It was Wickershire.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with plus, minus, the four
Yeah.
functions. I mean, but it does start with tables. One of my daughters, we were in a different state, and we moved in the middle of the year, and she came to this state. Only then did I find out. I didn't know what they were doing. I'm not paying attention. She learned her ones and her fives.
Mhm.
Then they were going to go back and backfill it. So we get to this state, and she's behind, because in that state, they're going to do the tables. We're going to do
Yeah.
the ones first, then we're going to do the fives. And I think next was going to be the tens.
Mhm.
And then they were going to go back and deal with everything in between. It's like, what the heck? And right after that's when they come up with the Common Core, the whole math, all this stuff,
It's
know,
dumb.
which just does it. It's not even necessary. It's educationists that screwed it up.
It really is. And his kids, he has from a previous match, they started Common Core when they were in elementary school. And the 2-digit where you borrow from your neighbor, like the 2-digit subtraction, they had to do like 20 steps, and I did it in 2, and they were like their minds were blown, like, holy crap, how did you do that
And
so
then
quick?
they counted it wrong because she
And
didn't
then they
show all
got
the
it wrong.
steps.
The teachers counted it wrong because they didn't do the Common Core math part of it to get the steps. I was like, but he got the right answer.
Oh,
Then-
I've heard that a million times. That happened to my son. He was able to, like, say you want to add 50 and 18,
Yeah.
you could see it in his head. Okay.
Yeah.
He would add 20 and then come back 2. Right.
Yeah.
He was natural at it. The system beat that stuff out of him
That's
by
terrible.
doing stuff like that, saying, yeah, that's the right answer, but you didn't do it the right way.
Yes.
Like, this dude is a natural,
His hands can do that. Yeah.
not a natural mathematician, but a natural numbers.
Yeah, numbers. Yeah.
Just come natural to him.
Yeah.
And they didn't like that. Yeah, it's a pitiful. Public education is
Love you back.
crap.
Let's see.
Hey, I was going to say it also made some parents brush up on their parenting skills too.
Yes, it did.
Mhm.
Yes, it did.
They got to learn how to watch them kids.
What's Common Core? Common Core is the least common denominator redneck deal. Common Core is let's make everybody as dumb as the dumbest person is
Yeah.
what it is.
Hey, Jules, I got a question for you. It's totally off topic. I got my Bobanez. Can I be part of Jamie Slate vlog now?
Stupid.
You got to clean those nails.
Hey, my
Hey,
name
that's
is
good.
fine.
I was talking about his.
That is fine.
I've been pulling wood chips back all
about?
day.
Oh Lord.
That's all I would play when I was doing it was Ibanez. I chunked all my stuff. It's not doing it.
I went to talking about counting back change. I went to I got food somewhere, and I gave him, it was like $21.50, and I gave him $25.50, and she handed me back the 50 cents, and she was like, "I don't need this," and I was like, "But you do, because I want
Don't
paper money
confuse
back."
yourself now.
No, I want paper money back. I don't want change. I gave you the 50 cents because I want a whole amount back, not like change. And honey, I argued with him for 20 minutes and tried to explain it to him. He still didn't get it. And I was like, you know what? just give me my stuff back. Just give me the 50 cents back and just give me what you was going to give me, because this is not going anywhere. Cheese and crackers.
That's like asking change for a $60 bill.
Didn't understand why I gave him the penny or the 2 quarters with it. They didn't
That's
understand
right,
it.
Robert.
They do. Yes, absolutely. I have a client who their daughter's been in the education system her whole life, and she took early retirement this year because of COVID stuff, because she's in Mecklenburg. County anyway, because they have like 30 kids per class. And she said they were expected to not only teach the classroom for the half of kids that were in the classroom, but they also were expected to teach the kids at home at the same time. And I was like, that's insane. Like, how are they? And they have one teacher per 30 students. It's crazy. Let's see.
Anyway, Jules, I did say Bobanez. I can make this thing scream once in a while.
Oh, you pinched my leg, you punk.
Babanez. Yeah, get up there. Y'all do it. Y'all can do us all now. Let's have an audition.
Oh, God. I'm not singing nothing.
Let's stick with the theme of the night show. Y'all do Highway to Hell.
Dude, go ahead and do English with my leg and see how quick that goes.
I can't
I'm on the highway to hell. And then Bobby could go, bow, bow, bow.
I can't bounce around with her leg like you can. I'll be dragging her out of the chair.
It's just a hip. You can replace those.
Right?
Remember the last time we was on this live when she fell, she pulled me out of the chair. I owe her for it.
You bastard my hand in out this.
We better stop. We have a Mac.
Watch, he's gonna break my chair in a minute, and I'm gonna be in the floor with my feet up in the air. Green screen's going and everything else. I'm taking it all out.
Nisi,
Okay, we've been on here for 3
are you
hours.
ready to go? You want to go,
I gotta
baby?
go pee again.
Okay, y'all. Bobby's got to go pee. We
And I really do. Let's see. It's terrible.
she's got to work tomorrow.
Oh,
So.
shite. Okay. Oh man.
So we get another one of these abrupt thumbnails. It'll be so.
Everybody make a crazy face. Ah!
We'll pull yours, Jules. We'll count down, but instead of doing the Facebook, we'll do the face. Hold on, I'll do
Don't
that.
do that.
I'll do that. I'll be the guard. What's up, Mike? What's up, Mike?
Oh, I have boogers and snot coming out my nose in a minute.
All right, no oysters today. We talked about them enough. Okay, guys. She'll have one coming out of her mouth.
I think you educated everybody on how to eat an oyster.
Shoot.
We're going to get more of a snort in a minute. I keep on.
That's a full A to Z explanation.
We'll get snorted and throb.
I don't know what swab is, but I don't think I want to know.
It's time to go, y'all. I can't even think about it. I can't talk anymore. Okay, for the next 30 seconds, I'm not married to this female beside me. She did say that. We got it on live. Jules, we got it on live.
I heard it. Night Heritage Hard Homestead.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right, y'all.
Everybody. Jules will holler at you later. Boone will holler at you later in the week.
Night Redneck Day.
We try to pull 2 Sundays, 2 lives every Sunday.
We
or 2
love you,
lives,
Craig.
but
Tell Tara we love her too. I'm sweating.
all right, we're going to get the hell out, y'all. Bye.